Other got jokes. They can hear me now, Ron? What's up, everybody? We live. So we have a conversation to get into this evening, everybody. Y'all can hear me okay? All right. So we're gonna have this conversation about the Dashiki party slash conference. So go tell your mama and your grandma and them to come on over and join the show. This is gonna be a good one, you guys, right? Um, I want to go back all the way back. I don't want to assume that anybody knows who Tariq is or why would I be critiquing this man's conference. Oh, but there are definitely reasons for this. So we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. All right, everybody, so y'all bear with us for a moment. You see this gentleman over to the side of the screen next to me. Yes, that would be Mr. Tariq Nasheed, a.k.a. Mink Slider, okay? And so yes, this is his I don't know, after party VIP list, whatever the fuck the name of this dumbass song is. Go three, go three. This nigga look like a smooth cop Dracula. I don't know who the fuck takes him serious. Apparently, a whole lot of you guys do. So let's talk about this, right? So who is Tariq Nasheed? Tariq Nasheed is, to the detriment of a lot of the black community, somebody who we think is so wonderful. Let's give him some credit. Let's be fair in this assessment. So he came up with the Hidden Colors series. If you haven't watched the Hidden Colors, you know, it gives you a lot of information that he paid other people for their knowledge to come forward and put together this documentary. So good documentaries. Everybody seems to have enjoyed them that have watched them. So that's great, right? And then, of course, he is also known as a Mink Slider. He has this album, as you guys see. I believe he has a second album now. It's like Mink Slider 1 and Mink Slider 2. I don't know if there's a 3 coming. But anyway, you know, so he has some music going on. And this man projects himself as a leader in the black community. He will tell you all the time that he's not a leader. You know, he's just doing his thing. But that's just a way to cop out for the fact that you're always trying to lead black people into something, okay? So there have been people who have said, well, why are you mad because he did this conference? Well, let's go back. I'm not really mad he did the conference. I'm just shaking my head at all you dumb motherfuckers who went out there and supported him. So I don't know if we have some FBA in the house. If we do, slap yourself in the face. Don't pat yourself on the back because you're a fool, okay? So I'm explaining to you why you are a fool. So I want you to understand something. If you watch my show, right, on my channel, if you have not gone over there, go over to the Mechee channel and subscribe, you guys. But I talk a lot about what happens in the black community in something called co-oping. Okay, so that's why this is a problem for me. Tariq Nasheed co-opted the whole ADOS movement. So let's talk about that for a moment. He acted like he was riding the coattail of ADOS. He was giving them shout outs saying, oh, this is a great movement. If you don't know what ADOS stands for, it's American Descendants of Slavery, right? It's a category for a certain group of black people in this country that deserves reparations. Now, if you know there are many black people in this country, every black person is not an ADOS. Every black person is not entitled to a reparation if we were being paid reparations for slavery and all the things that we've gone through. Now, if you don't understand co-oping from a black perspective, let me explain it to you from white people's perspective, and maybe you can see what I'm saying. So white people co-op our stuff all the time. Like, for example, Black Lives Matter. Right? It was supposed to be a movement about black people and our lives mattering and us fighting for that. And then it turned into a movement full of white people telling black people how they should feel, trying to represent black people and trying to be the voice for us. So it's no longer about black people. It's about gay people, and it's about white folks tearing up stuff, burning shit down in the name of black people. Y'all following me here? This is a co-op. So a lot of people co-op our stuff. And it's a tool, just so that you understand, it's a tool that makes your movement null and void. It makes it not effective. It is actually a weapon used against us to take the momentum out of our movements or any progress that we're making forward. So if y'all follow me, stay with me here. This is what Tariq did to the ADOS movement. So he found something to say. He had a problem with them. He called them agents. Tariq is always calling everybody an agent. Apparently, I'm an agent. Grandmaster Jay is an agent. ADOS are agents. Everybody's an agent but the agent, right? Now, does this man work for the government? No, but he definitely causes chaos and confusion. He tears down things in the community. Now, ADOS had a conference, and their conference was based on politics and how we get reparations. They actually came with solutions. They actually came with a plan of action, what they suggest that you do to move forward in this. They actually have background in politics. Tone Talk is an attorney. And so we have people who are here doing work, and they know what they're doing. So I want to tell everybody something that you may not have known, and you can go look this up yourself. I want you to know that when it comes to the FBA conference and when it came to Tariq Nasheed, he planned to co-opt this a while back. And I'm going to tell you how I know he planned to co-opt it. If you simply go to the site where you trademark names, you will see that a month before he made up some fake-ass reason to be outraged with ADOS, to tell everybody that they were agents and to not follow their movement. He actually trademarked the name FBA, right? So he already had this in the motions. You can go look it up yourself. You can go on there and you can see any trademark. Go look up FBA. You'll see when he trademarked it and everything else. So my thing is, if we already have a category of where Black people fit in, why do we need another category unless you're trying to compete or separate, right? So I got some church folks in here. Let me explain it to you another way if you don't understand, okay? Have you ever seen there be a pastor in the church, and then here comes an associate pastor, and because he wants to be in a bigger position and he can't have the position he wants because he really wants to be the pastor, he doesn't want to be the right hand of the pastor, he doesn't want to be next to the pastor, he wants to be the pastor, right? So what does he do? He splits the church. He says, I'm leaving and I'm starting my own damn church. And half the church goes over with the pastor to his new church, and then half the church stays with the old pastor. It separates, it divides, and it tears down something. It's a co-opting, right? So this is exactly what Tariq did. But the sadder thing is, he only did this shit for some money. He did this to make some money, and when Mechee brought this up, and other people did, we were told we were pocket watching. So let's get into that. So according to what was collected on his fund, he got $120,000 to throw you a motherfucking. Ooh, I ain't supposed to be cussing like that on here. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Okay, we're gonna cut that out later. $120,000 for this, and when you say this, we're gonna get into what this is. Okay. So he tells everybody that they're agents. He's like, I'm throwing me a cop, right?
My friend has shown me hidden colors. That's the first
thing. Can they hear that at the same time that they can hear me? I don't want both audio playing. So let me see. Okay, so you see, we have our folks out there, and they're interviewing people at the beginning of the conference outside or whatever. And so understand that he told everybody, well, we're FBA. We don't need to follow ADOS because they just some agents anyway. So now everybody that decided to walk away because of what he said is over here rocking with FBA. So let's compare FBA. Is FBA, which stands for Foundational Black Americans, doing anything in comparison to ADOS? So for all of you who jumped ship and said, I'm not rocking with ADOS, I'm going over to FBA, I want you to know that all you did was get the fuck off the boat you was in and jump into a boat with holes in it, because it's not going anywhere. He told you straight up he doesn't have a political plan. He put on his flyer that he was going to do all of these different things, give solutions and give information and bring all of this stuff to the culture. But he promised no solutions, and he kept his promise. He really did. He came through with no solutions. Does everybody hear me? No solutions. So let's be clear. This was a money grab, but the bad thing about him doing this to grab money from the Black community is that he took the focus away from a movement that is really trying to do something to get something for Black people, while Tariq is steady doing nothing but trying to take money from Black people. Now, I'm going to step on a couple of Black folks' toes, because if you're in here and you donated to this FBA conference, or if you went out to this conference, I want to congratulate you on being a dummy. Okay? Now, I don't understand why, as Black people, we keep running around here talking about why it is we can't build anything for Black people, why it is that we can't get anywhere today, but yet and still, you guys have so much energy to give away money for this bullshit right here. You see this on the screen? You see this? He ain't even dress up the stage for you or nothing. Nothing. It don't even look like they sweat. The stage look ashy, like it needs some Murphy's oil soap or something. You paid $120,000 and this is what you got? And so who cares? Let's say the stage is ashy. Let's say it is. Let's say there's no decorations on the stage. I would be cool with that if it brought some solutions, which it did not. So for Black people who continue to give their money to stuff like this, I want you to know that you are not part of the solution. You are part of the problem. Because if you can raise $120,000 to go into this feel-good moment. They had church, y'all. They had church. They had church, okay? He pastored, y'all. They had church at this conference. It was a feel-good moment. Everybody was like, oh, I heard that it was really cold in there, so, you know, maybe they was chilled and it wasn't the Holy Ghost. But this was a let's feel good for the moment, and they walked away with nothing that they could use in their arsenal. So when this is the case, my question is, why the hell we can't collect $120,000 and build some schools in our community? This is where those of you that support this and claim you're getting free, that's some surface shit. It's stupid. It's a waste of your money, and it benefits nobody. So the Black community got $120,000 to throw away for this. You don't want to build any schools for any children. Are you out there buying any lots in your gentrified communities? Is anybody considered putting money together so that you can buy back some of your community instead of letting all the white folks do it? But we'll put our money together for this. Just like we'll go stand in line for $200 Jordans because we like things that make us feel good but don't have any real results, and it's not long lasting in the long run, okay? So Tariq likes to talk a lot of junk about everybody and why they in my pockets with it, why they worried about how much money I got. Another thing that I have a problem with Tariq with that I'm going to throw out there, and you can say what you want. You can feel how you want to feel. I don't care. I'm sure that for somebody who said don't watch it, you're going to run all the way back and tell this dude I done had something to say. So fuck you and him too. Hey, how y'all doing, right? But I want you to understand that every business venture this man has, y'all funded it. So is this what we do in the Black community? We funding business opportunities? So which sister can put up a GoFundMe account and y'all going to fund her new restaurant? Since we building Black businesses out in this motherfucker, since y'all paying for documentaries to be made and then being charged to receive the same documentary that you paid for. Like, I could see making one documentary, making your money and then taking that money and investing it in the rest of your documentaries. But it seemed like to me, all the Black community does is build this man's business ventures. He invests in nothing that he does. You do. Oh, and he got his new documentary coming out. What is called Buck Breaking, y'all? That's what it is. Get ready because that fundraiser is going up. Because he's not making buck breaking. You're making buck breaking. You're going to pay for that documentary. You're going to give him way more than he going to spend on the project. He going to put the shit in his pocket, and then he going to still sell it back to the Black community, the very community that funded to make this shit. And then he's going to get rich off of that as well. So if this is what y'all call freedom, and if these are the type of people you're following, I just want to tell you, you a big dummy. I don't know how else to say it. You're just dumb. You dumb, and this is no different than you going to church and giving up your light bill to the pastor because the choir sung and you had a moment where you felt really good and they told you with Marvin Sapp you never would have made it. And you start thinking about how far you done come in life, and now you trying to put your whole light bill in the damn basket when the pastor spread it around. This is the same thing right here. So let me tell you why. He talked all this junk. He's always tearing everybody down, calling them agents for movements that are literally doing things in the community, like real work, real work. Let's go back and talk about the Black Agenda. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm Mechee, and I'm the founder of the Black Agenda movement. I was told that I throw tours in basements. And we got joked at because we had 300 people in the room. Well, Tariq, for somebody who's supposed to be on such a bigger level than me, out of the mouth of Rizza Islam, I heard you only had 700 people in the room. You act like you're doing way much more than me. But the truth is, a room full of 300 people where you have solutions, where people walk away with answers to what they can do. When you build connections with folks in the community for the organizations that are already out here doing the work and they don't even know they exist, so you link them up with organizations in their community where they can be a part of that. You help them build the things they don't have in their community, and you give them real solutions. Trust me, at the Black Agenda, I'm going to give you a million solutions. You can use them if you want. You don't have to use them if you don't want to. And if anybody's in here, you know that if you attended the Black Agenda, our agenda was very solution-driven based. There's no reason to come together just to have a good time. I'm an extrovert. I can stay at home and be fine, right? So who wants to come out and be around this big old crowd unless you're trying to grab some money or you're trying to make a difference? So I think it's real funny that all of the people that are really doing things and they're really trying to make a change, he has a problem with the size of our audiences. He has a problem with us. He's calling everybody agents because he's telling you his shit is where you need to follow, right? He wants you to follow him. So if you follow this motherfucker, you mink sliding on into the after party. If you went on over to the conference, let me tell you what you got, right? So we have a picture, right? Let's put up the speakers. First of all, let's go over the basic stuff. First of all, he sold these tickets. He raised the money, what, almost a year ago? Come November to be a year. So it took him a year to give y'all conference. When y'all first bought the tickets, everybody that was on there speaking, they not no longer on there. He still got No Neck Watkins. Of course, he got him, right? He got Rizza Islam. And we're going to get into Rizza too. I know some of y'all like him, but I got a problem with the brother. I really do. Right? He still got No Neck Watkins. But everybody else on there, I believe, is a different person. So when you bought a ticket, you thought you was going to see certain folks. And then after you got your ticket, he just changed that on you. Like when we threw our conference, let me throw something out there to people who don't throw conferences. When we threw our conference, we had somebody leave our tour. We had David Banner on the tour, right? Right? Thank you. Somebody said Jabari is Pan-African. We're going to get there because all these people you see on this flyer, they said the same stuff you can watch on YouTube. Would you like me to direct you to the very videos where they said the same stuff? You paid and put your life at risk with Corona to hear live YouTube videos. That's all this was. Now, when we had our tour, we had a person leave our tour. David Banner got off the tour halfway through the tour, and he was no longer going to continue with us. And so you know what we did? This is called how you do business, right? We had to notify everybody that he was no longer on the tour in case people bought tickets to the tour because they just wanted to see him. We had to give our people the right to ask for a refund because now we've changed the very thing that we told them that we were going to give them. And I will tell you that out of all the people on the tour, one person said, I wanted to see David Banner. We gave them their money back. One, the rest of y'all was like, we don't get no damn about David Banner. We here to see the solutions and see what the Black agenda is about. But I want you to know that that's how you do business. When you switch up everybody on your flyer, maybe people paid for that because there was a speaker on there that they really wanted to see in person, and now you've removed them and you didn't give your customers the ability to say, well, this is not what I paid for, and now I don't want to do this any further. Okay? So Mr. Want to talk about everybody else conference. Let's be clear. He doesn't throw conferences. He doesn't know how to throw a conference. He don't know shit about no pipe draping. He don't know nothing about no displays on the stage. He don't know nothing about no screens for nobody or none of that stuff. He doesn't know anything. Just like he doesn't know that when you throw a conference, if it starts at 3, which I don't know what damn conference started at 3. I've been telling y'all this. The doors are supposed to open long before the event starts. Well, that didn't happen here, you guys. Said that the conference started at 3 o'clock. Do you know that it didn't get started until 5:30 or so? So first of all, let's talk about that. Who the hell has the conference at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? That's not a conference. It's not a conference. That's a Friday night church service. Starts at 7. We here till 11. He wasn't even there till 11. I think they left at 9. So what? That's not a conference. How many of you have attended conferences in here? How many of you have attended a conference? I've been to conferences. I've been to church conferences, all kind of conferences. You've been to a conference. What conference? The word conference actually means something. Who the fuck have a conference and it started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Most conferences that I've ever seen in my life start early in the morning and they last all day. Sometimes they go into 2 days and they're more than one day. They have breakout sessions. People learn things. They bring solutions. They do all this good stuff. And then they also have food for people to eat. So if people are hungry, they can get them something to eat. How about that? None of that was at this conference at all. So understand that when you throw conferences, there's a way to throw a conference, and you do not throw a conference at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not start until almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon after people have been there for 3 hours waiting to get into your conference, and then they get in, and then you give them 3 hours of really quick 30 minutes, say your little speech and get off the stage so we could go home because we already got this money, and I just can't get these folks their money back because I already spent the shit, so I got to give them something. That's what this was. I refused to get them their money back, so I got to get them something. So he threw some shit together for y'all real quick and just threw it on out there and gave it to you. Big old, just a big old pile of nothingness, okay? This is what he did. Another thing he did that was very unethical, and it really goes against, it's really illegal that he did it. He sold all the tickets, and then a couple of months ago when people were concerned about Corona and saying, well, you going to Atlanta is a hot spot with Corona. Everything is supposed to be canceled. We're not supposed to be in these big old rooms. Guess what he did? Somebody said, why you hating? Sweet Brian, your mama hating. How about that? Go over and ask Tariq why he was hating. Ask him that. Did you ask him that when I threw a tour that actually gave solutions, and so did ADOS? But he kept telling us that our tours weren't about anything and that we're agents in this mug. So who is hating? Who hating? I'm not mad. I'm laughing at y'all. Did you go to the conference since we got you in the chat? Can we put a link or something in there? Let's Sweet Brown bring your ass up here. Did you go to the conference? Please get up here and let us laugh at you. Because the truth of the matter is, if you weren't there, you ain't been watching. Because people who actually attended the conference have been coming out. Go ask some of the people who was at the conference. They already said that they didn't get what the fuck they expected they was going to get. They already said that there were no solutions there. So I'm hating? No, we're looking at this disaster. This is funny to me. Because Tariq talk a good game, but he don't produce everything that he say. So I need y'all to just shut up. And I'm sure that you know, you part of the Tariq party, but you're more than welcome to stay because you don't stop no show over here. It is what it is. Tariq is a big old lion, pimping hustler that pimps the black community. And if you allow yourself to be pimped, I guess you his hoe. Congratulations, baby. We got one of Tariq hoes in the house. How you doing? You come on out your pocket for that stuff. Have you got your Ogun juice in them socks? Now you make sure if you're going to be a follow over here and somebody else chat trolling for the brother, I hope you support him to the fullness since you over here with all of that. Did you get your Ogun package? I just want to know because it's saving you against white supremacy. And with all the great solutions he gave at this conference, you know what I'm saying? And the Ogun juice, like, we ready for revolution in this month. It is no reason why in like 72 hours, we should be free. Freedom right across the railroad now. I mean, shit, you got the Ogun. What else do we need? Tariq done saved us all. You right. I'm just hating. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be hating on the next, leader of the revolution because he really getting us somewhere. You know, I'm apologize for that. You right. I'm just hating. Funny thing is what I would say to somebody is, for you say I'm hating, were you there? Because guess what? Mechee was there, right? And when I say I was there, I wasn't necessarily in the building. But I heard the whole damn conference. I watched the whole damn conference. Did you? I don't need none of Tariq team going and looking back at their register. Like, wait a minute, where was Mechee? What was her name? She had a ticket to the conference? No, I didn't buy no ticket to your motherfucking conference. I wish I would. Absolutely not, sir. But I was there. Just know that, okay? So yeah, while people's over here laughing, anybody else in here want to go ahead and attest to that too? Y'all want to tell me how much I'm hating, right? Because God forbid we critique white people all day long and what they do to hold us back, right? What they do to hold us back. But when we critique other black people, somehow now all of a sudden we hate them. Tariq is official. Here come y'all men, boy. That is y'all father. All these fatherless men. Y'all love Tariq, don't you? Here come another one. Tariq is official. This is why you niggas will never be free. Anyway, after he sold everybody their ticket and Corona started coming around, he said, well, shit, I don't want to give everybody their damn money back. So he said, I got to do this conference. And then he illegally, so how official is that, right? Because we stating facts here. Anytime I say something that is not true, feel free to correct me. I'm stating facts up in this mug, see? So you can suffer from cognitive dissonance if you want to and act like anything I'm saying is in your motherfucking feelings, but facts is facts. You can't argue with facts. Yeah, Judge Joe Brown was there, and he said the same bull. I can't cuss like that on this channel. He said the same bull crap you hear Judge Joe Brown say any given day on YouTube. You can go over to Tommy's channel. I caught Judge Joe Brown there about 6 times, and he said the same stuff I heard him say every 6 times he was there. So you go ahead and pay $50 for that, and next time you can just tune in when he on somebody's show for free $99. So again, let's go back to Mr. Official. Mr. Official illegally put up a no refund policy after he had already sold the tickets. So for those of you who work for somebody else and have never run your own business, let me explain something to you. That you cannot put up a policy after you have already sold those tickets to your customers. If it's a no refund policy, no matter what, you're supposed to put that up before you sell the products. If that refund policy is not up, then it's on a base-to-base cases. And if somebody says because of Corona, I'm not coming out, I want my money back, you did not state there were no refunds. But he's telling everybody they can't have no refund because he had already spent y'all money. Well, you know, the big portion he kept. He wasn't trying to give it back. So he had to give y'all something. So he threw this together. So this is what he did, right? And he wouldn't give anybody their money back. I'm just looking at y'all comments. Look. So understand that he didn't get nobody none of their money back. And everybody did not show up to his conference because, again, RZA said there was about 700 people there in the room. So I guess his conference was supposed to be like Revolt or something. Well, I think he's like thousands of attendees short. He might want to try this again. It didn't really work out that great for him. You ain't know Tariq Nasheed did music. Go ahead, Rod. Hit that video again, one more again for him. Let him watch this man. Ooh, at the party. I want to know for you, for the grown men that was in here telling me that he official, go ahead, hit that with the moist neck, the moist shoulder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Go Tariq with your leopard on your bitch ass nigga. Okay. So for those of you in the chat, y'all caping for Tariq. Y'all got this album? I just need to know. Do you be getting ready? Listening to this in the shower on your way to work? I just need to know. All them people that was, come on, you was quick to type that junk. Answer my question. So you listen to that? For those of you that think I'm hating, I'm not. I hope you be bumping that shit in your car. Let me tell you, roll up on the side of me bumping that shit. Talking about, hey girl, can I get your number? No. Nobody wants to go to the after party. I don't want to mix slide with you and shit. Fuck out of here. So now he's gonna throw this conference no matter what. Now let's be serious in this for a moment, because I'm gonna laugh. I don't know if we can find that footage. Maybe Rock can start looking for it now. But towards the end of the conference, there is a visual of Dr. Watkins on the stage talking to some people, and this nigga got on plastic gloves. He got on gloves. And I'm gonna tell you why this is funny. First of all, why are we having a conference in the middle of Corona? Why are we having a conference in the middle of Corona? In a state that has very large numbers of Corona cases, when Black people are more at risk than anybody else, where they tell you that you shouldn't be having an event over 50 people in a room and you have 700 people in a room, you're willing to risk their lives just so that you can make your money. Now, how many of y'all want to bet me? I bet you we'll never find out. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. There he go with them gloves. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. I thought he worked out. Why his belly still look like that? Now, my belly look like that too, but I don't claim to work the fuck out. I think Corona's not doing you well, Dr. Watkins. You need to do some sit-ups. Fuck them marathons. You need to do some sit-ups, bruh. Now, this is why it's important that he has on these gloves. Okay? Because we talk about Corona. Walk with me. This all goes together, right? So, Corona season is no joking matter. Let's be real. Now, out of all those people that came there in that room, you don't think that nobody is going to go back home with Corona? Now, what if somebody has Corona and they don't get sick, right? They don't feel the effects of it, because some people can get Corona and not have any symptoms and not know that they're just a carrier, right? So what if they go home and then they take it back to their grandmother or their mother or their father or somebody older or a child in their house? Like, Corona ain't gone, y'all. So y'all don't think that out of all the 700 people being there, that at least somebody is going to end up dealing with the effects of Corona after going there? But he didn't care about that. But I thought he cared so much about the Black community. And whatever, those of us that say we care, we out here doing the work, all the hell y'all do is tell us that we hating. I don't care. I will fight you and Tariq. Now what? Meet me at 3 o'clock, bitch, on the corner of Willard and Green. I'm just playing. I don't even know if there's a street called Willard and Green around here, but you get what I'm saying. Don't nobody care what the hell you think. For those of us that come out here for our people, we gonna steady critique everybody that do them wrong, right? Whether it's white folks, Black folks, Asian folks, who the hell ever. But check this out. For any of y'all who have ever watched Dr. Watkins, do y'all remember when Dr. Watkins was going in every day on his channel? Coronavirus it's a hoax. It's not real. It's not real. Coronavirus is not something that's true. People are not getting sick. They're overplaying it. This is not real. Remember how many times he tore that shit down and he said that we're all overreacting for nothing and that ain't nobody really dying and they fudging the numbers and he think it's a conspiracy and he ain't rocking with it and he not scared of it. Y'all remember how much he kept pressing Black people in the beginning to stop being scared? Like, go outside. Don't be in no quarantine. Fuck them. Do what you want to do. Remember? Now, this is the man who thinks that this is a hoax, but he's the only motherfucker in the conference with gloves on. I'm confused. Because, see, one thing I really noticed on a large level here is that a lot of these people talk out the side of their neck. They say one thing, but they don't hold to nothing that they goddamn really be talking about. If he don't feel that corona is that serious, because this is what he's constantly telling you, because he wants you to go out there and get sick while he laid up in his goddamn house. You can tell he laid up in the house. He ain't going nowhere. Look at his belly. Look, he not going nowhere. So he laid up in the house quarantined, but he telling you not to be quarantined because corona not real. And he the only motherfucker in the conference with gloves on his hands. He ain't got no mask on, but he got on these gloves. Are you serious, Dr. Watkins? When y'all gonna begin to realize that these people are just good ass talkers? And they really don't be that good at talking to me. I don't know how y'all watch some of these people y'all watch. They boring as hell to me. Even when I was cool with them, I couldn't watch them. I'm just saying. So you notice he got on his little gloves. I just wanted to make that point because he's worried about corona, obviously, why he's telling you not to, and all these people here in the room. How about this? How come Tariq just didn't make the conference virtual? Let's think about that for a moment. Because you know how we do. We're going to go into depths with this. How come Tariq didn't just make the conference virtual? For all the people that paid, how come he just didn't put the conference online for them to come in and watch? Everybody else is having conferences online. Why do everybody need to come together for his conference in a room? I want y'all to think about that for a minute. I mean, he wouldn't have had to rent the place out. You know, he still would have had the money and stuff. He could have saved more money. You know why he didn't? Because when you know, you talk all that shit and you know you have no solutions and you know your conference has no real structure to it and you're not finna come in and do shit real, you don't want that to be publicized all over the internet, for one, because anybody could have paid the price of the ticket and then been streaming your conference out for everybody else to see. So he don't want everybody to be able to see that, first of all, your conference is on some bullshit. Two, he wants to be able to take this conference and chop it and edit it. And brother, you don't have to do a whole lot of editing and chopping because your guest wasn't saying a damn thing. They weren't saying anything. But he's going to try and turn this into a DVD or some virtual event later. And then he's going to charge y'all even more money to see it. And the bad thing is, y'all dumbasses, some of y'all, it's somebody right now watching this live, and no matter what I say, you're going to be the first to buy that motherfucking virtual ticket. And you're going to go look at this conference. I promise you. This is what y'all gonna do. So these are the two reasons that he did not live stream it. If he cares so much about somebody said where the moderators at. Well, don't worry, it's probably some folks in here talking junk, but we don't care. Let the trolls live. Let them live. It's Tuesday. Let them live. It is Tuesday, right? So you forget the days of the week and you ain't got to go to work for somebody. I done forgot. I think it's Tuesday, right? A 3-hour conference, right? Raw talk to a 3-hour conference. LOL. 3-hour conference. Here come his people. Hold on. We got another dude in the house. Boy, what, can we open the lines or something, Ryan? I'm gonna need y'all to call in. So we have Forever Noble in the chat. He wants to call me Leechy X. So we know that you're a Tariq follower. You know, it's funny that for the people who have showed up and had something to say, all of y'all are men. Wow, y'all such bitches. Wow. All the men over here, man, got something to say. So since you decided to use that whack name he gave me, do you care to expound on what makes me a Leechy X? Y'all do know that's the corniest thing you could say about me?
We can open up the lines if you want.
Oh, we can open up lines. We got a link that they can click and come on up.
You want them to call in, or you want whoever a video conference? They will have to email us, and we'll send them the link to patch in. But if you just want to hear them on the call, on the phone, we can do that too. Your choice.
You gonna have them call you on your end and put it on the mic?
Yes, you'll be able to hear them.
Okay, we can do that, but we'll do it in a second. But so y'all keep that same energy because we're gonna open the lines for y'all. So the person who called me Leechy X, I'm gonna need you to call in, right? Because y'all big and tough in the comment section, but when it comes time to get on the line, y'all ain't got nothing to say. So we're gonna open the lines for y'all. How about that? We're gonna do that real shortly here, so y'all just stay on with us, okay? So when you come calling me that dumb shit, I just want to know. Please tell me, right? Please tell me what's funny about that. You do know that real humor, right? Real humor has to have a tinge of truth in it. So what is Leechy about me? He's like, I'm gonna just check. That's like some 3rd grade shit. That's why you a booger, nigga. And everybody be laughing. It wasn't really funny. Y'all really think Leechy X is funny? Because y'all keep using that shit. Please tell me what Mechee be leeching off. You still got the wackest jokes and y'all repeat them. It amazes me how many men be upset for him. I don't really beef with any women when it comes to Tariq. It be all you men, all you know having no daddy men. Y'all, the Tariq is y'all daddy. So y'all be over here fighting for your daddy. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. I understand. I understand. Y'all need a daddy figure in your life. And Tariq is it. With all that leopard he wearing and all that ooh and the fur he wearing, that shoulder popping, he kind of reminds you of your mama. So it makes you a little bit more comfortable with him. And then he's a man, so you like he the daddy / mama I never had. Look, y'all be finding me fast too. Shout out to the Tariq followers who be trolling their asses out. Like, this is not even my channel. How did y'all know I was over here? This is what I want to know. How did you know I was here? Y'all do y'all work fast, boy. Y'all be on it. Y'all be meat sliding your ass right into somebody live real quick. I don't even know how the fuck you got here. There you go. Uh-oh. Christmas coming. It look like some African Christmas hats, although Christmas and Africanism don't go together, but fuck it if it sells tickets. So understand this. Let's talk about the part of the conference. So let's look. Okay, so we got these people here. We already know they was late as hell. We already know he showed up on Black people time. He got the nerve calling somebody else ghetto. Like, your conference started 3 hours after people got there and you said it was supposed to start. You ain't feed nobody. You like them heifers in the projects. Have all their kids at the house. They just ready to go out to the club and get the hell out of here. So you don't even get the kids some hot Cheetos. You ain't even get them no hot Cheetos, Tariq. You wrong for that. You ain't give them nothing to eat. So he has all these people here. So let's talk about this. Foundational Black Americans. He got the little punk ass sellout Jade over there. Yeah, she be right. She's an opportunist too. Jade likes riding with opportunity. So let's talk about that really quick. So we have Jade over there with her hair all swooped over to the side and shit. She a fake motherfucker too, if you don't know. Let's talk about that for a moment. See, when she was with the Black Agenda Tour, she was on tour with us. She went to like 2 of our cities. Right after me and Tariq got into it, she was over in his chat while he was calling our tour a basement tour, and she was laughing and sending him heart eyes and stuff, right? But that's because he told her she was going to be in the butt-breaking documentary. And, you know, a lot of people like Jade and some of them other sisters on Fly Nubian Queen, they really like to ride people's coattail if they think it's an opportunity for them. But I would like Jade to answer a question for me. Jade, are you watching with your little swoop dash dreads to the side, motherfucker? Because I would like Jade to tell me what she thought about the conference. Because I saw that little, oh, it was great. It was like, woo, I took all these notes and I was just, ooh, ooh, ooh. One thing the motherfucker didn't say was it was so many solutions. How many of y'all was at the Black Agenda when Jade got her ass up on the mic and was like, this is the most effective, hear them key words, this is the most effective, and she's been doing activism all her life. This is the most effective thing that I've ever been a part of. But then you laugh when Tariq called it a basement tour because, of course, you wanted to ride his coattail because you figured he'd give you the better opportunity. So he let your little busted ass speak for like 2 minutes at the beginning of the conference. See, it say co-hosting. She ain't host the motherfucking thing. She breathed on the mic. There she goes. She breathed on the mic with her fake ass. And she was so excited that she got to do that and be real close to Tariq because these is opportunist ass motherfuckers, her and the other big haired chick she worked with, okay? So let me tell you something else about Jade because we spilling all the beans. Remember, this is word on the streets. So this is the word on the streets, y'all. See, when I left Fly Nubian Queen and I told Jade what Dr. Watkins had done, she was like, oh, shoot, really? Oh, really? She was like, well, girl, I better go protect myself too. So she went. And she bought all her domain names and everything else because she didn't want him to do her the same way. So that being the case, why do you still work with him then if you know that he does shit like this to other Black women? You were so shocked when I called you on the phone because I'm the one that brought you to Fly Nubian Queen too, bitch, because you're watching. And at the end of the day, she was like, that's really messed up. And she did a whole lot of things behind the scenes to protect herself, but you still working with this man. You's a fake ass opportunist, and you can have a motherfucking seat over there with Tariq Buster ass, Vicky ass, and no neck ass, all of them, because she fake as hell too. So that's the word on the streets. If y'all didn't know, there go the story, boom, behind Jade, right? So she sold us out and was like laughing. I think that it was really unprofessional. You want a tour with us. You were on our damn flyer, right? So if that is the case, if this man's talking about our tour, then just mind your business. You don't have to stick up for us, bitch, but you didn't have to laugh. That means you co-signed it because you thought we threw basement tours. Matter of fact, you the one that took me to somebody's basement when I got to New York, heifer. Our tour wasn't in the basement, but when we got with you, you was like, yo, let me take you to my homie spot. And it was in the basement. Actually, you the one that hang out in the basement, bitch, not me. All right? Let's just get that straight. So anyway, we got Jade here. She gave that her little 5-minute introduction, and then here comes Tariq out on the stage with his little, pimp suit on and shit. He had on a church suit, y'all. I tell y'all this was church. He had on a church suit. He came out, what was it, burgundy or brown, right? It's brown. What is it, burgundy? It's a plum. He got past the plum on. Here comes Tariq with his past the plum. There you go. So he came on his little suit. He said whatever the hell he had to say, right? But then we get into the speakers. So we have the speakers who come up here. I don't know if y'all know who all of them are, but I want you to know other than one of them. I think it's her name is Dr. Timms or something like that, the woman on the flyer. I've never heard of her. I've never seen her speak. I want to honestly tell y'all that everybody that spoke, everything that they said, right? Judge Joe Brown, what's his name, Jabari. You ain't catch this motherfucker for free on Sinetta all day long speaking Pan-Africanism. So let's talk about that too. How many contradictions was it in this? So if he's really about foundational Black Americans, why the fuck do he got people in there preaching Pan-Africanism? Isn't Tariq the main one who be on his page always talking shit about Black immigrants and how they're not down with FBA and how they don't rock with us and we shouldn't fuck with them? Tell me when I'm lying and I'll stop. Come on, we got some Tariq lovers in the house. Tell me that I'm lying, that that's not what he do. So why you got a Pan-Africanism person up there talking about Pan-Africanism? This is a foundational Black American conference. Yes? We just gonna talk in logic and keep it real. So you got people, first of all, that were at this conference. The speakers were contradicting one another, right? They weren't all on the same accord. They were saying things that contradict the meaning of what he claimed this conference was supposed to be about. There were people in this conference telling you that you are a Native fucking American. So let's talk about that for a moment. So he opened up with that. So now we're Indians. We're Native Americans. To some degree, we are. There's a lot of $5 Indians here, yes, and some of the Black folks the Indians that were here were already Black folks. But that doesn't mean that every Black person that came over here in slavery came from natively being here in this land. That's not what that means. But he's trying to convince you that you're Native American. But wait a minute, if you foundational Black Americans, and if we talk about reparations, and we talking about all of the things that we damn deserve, then doesn't that change it if you start telling people that we're Native Americans? Because Native Americans have already received their land. They've already received their reparations. So with a fucking argument like that, what you finna get for foundational Black Americans if you telling them that we already are part of a lineage of people who already received their reparations? I want y'all to just think about that for a moment. Just let some of this stuff sink in. Then he got a Pan-Africanism up here talking, and then you get Dr. Watkins. Mr. No Neck come out. He gets to talking. And he tell you the same damn stuff that you can hear on his channel right now. I tell everybody all the time, this is what he told you. This was his solution. I tell people all the time that if you just take $5, right? Every time you get $5, just every now and then, $5, and just blindly put it in the stock. It don't even matter, no rhyme or no reason. Just throw it in the stock. And I guarantee you'll have way more money from now than you did back when. Wow. If any of y'all play the stock market out here, I hope you're not taking classes from him. And if you are, I hope he's not smoking crack on the day he teaches to you and tell you some dumb stuff like that. It is never a good idea. look at Dr. Watkins. Oh, what is hairy and shit. He got hair all the way up to his eyeballs. That boy forehead hairy. Ooh, can y'all see that picture clear? It's too little. They can't see it. He was fuzzy as fuck in that rap. If y'all don't remember when he went over to Africa, y'all. So, no, you should not throw your money in the stock blindly. You could do that if you got $5. You ain't even buying nothing but a penny stock. Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm not even a stock expert, but I would tell you this. If you're putting $5 into a stock, then you are probably buying penny stocks, and most penny stocks don't always make it. You lucky if you find a penny stock that actually blow up and be something. But that was his solution. So wait a minute. So this is FBA. It's supposed to replace ADOS. And we talking about reparations and what the government owes black people, ADOS, or foundational black Americans, but now you're trying to convince everybody that we're part of the group that already got their reparations. Oh, well, here we go. I got time today. You got time, Ron? I got time. Here we go with the hater. Somebody said, why are you doing this? You're a hater. And you paid $5 to say that? I can tell you're a Tariq fan because you like to throw your money away, don't you? You could have just waited till the lines came open and you could have called in and said that shit for free 99. I can tell that you are a Tariq supporter because you like to waste your money. Nobody's mad that you gave $5 to say some shit that 5 other people had already said in the chat, and I've already addressed it. Wow, you're the dumb one. Don't ask for a refund. No refunds around here. Let me tell you off the bat. We give no refunds. If you give a donation to Super Chat, you're not giving it back, bitch. Don't nobody care nothing about that. I'm a hater. Y'all kill me with that. Hater, hater. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I could be a hater. I bet you I'm going to finish this show and I'm going to keep going. I bet you when the Black Agenda have their tour, they're not going to be telling you they didn't have no solution. I bet you can have somebody come to my tour and critique it, and all the shit I'm saying right now, you will not be able to say about the Black Agenda. Shit, we've already had a tour, and anybody who attended would tell you you could not say the same thing about our Black Agenda. So it's funny that I'm a hater. He wasn't a hater when he called my tour a basement tour. She only had 300 in the house. Why the bitch ass nigga put on that fucking lip gloss? She only had 300 in the house. She thought motherfucking basement tours. But then 2 weeks later, the nigga tell you this. He says he wants to give a shout out to the 300. He calls it the 300 people. That when he first started his documentaries and he wanted to do Hidden Colors 1, that only 300 people that donated is what helped him to get his documentary out there. So he never despises small beginnings. But wait a minute, motherfucker. I'm just a chick from Detroit who in here struggling, who took a tax return, who got kids at home, jumped out and did a tour and was motherfucking successful. And my first time out the door, about 300 people in just about every city that we went to. But somehow my shit ain't grassroots. Somehow I throw basement tours, but you could start off small and turn into great beginnings. But when I do it, it's something else. But I'm the motherfucker hating. Please, the person who be hating is that motherfucker y'all worship called Tariq Nasheed, who calls everybody an agent that's doing some real work. And when you put the shit they do next to his, he not doing anything. If y'all tell me he paid for another funeral, so what? If somebody gets shot by the police, you wait long enough between a GoFundMe account and the police, they gonna pay for the funeral any goddamn way. One of them slick ass attorneys gonna roll their ass up and be like, we'll pay for it and we'll get it all back in the settlement. Stop playing with me. So what, you pay for some funerals? So what, you bail somebody out of jail? But you tearing down people who are trying to make change for all of us as a whole? No, you know who the hater is? The hater is Tariq. Because whenever he can't get no shine, whenever too many people is looking at somebody else, or whenever he can't be down or be a part of what somebody's doing, if it's not attached to him, see, him and Dr. Watkins have that same syndrome. Then everybody else is about nothing because it ain't got nothing to do with him. I can't wait till we open these lines because y'all trolls got so much to say. Well, he did not sell no Ogun juice at the conference from what I could see. That wasn't the word that came back to me. And he didn't sell no Mink Slide records, but he damn sure played that shit at the end of the motherfucking conference. So he played that shit. So again, you can say what you want to say, right? There was no solutions at this conference whatsoever. All the speakers were contradicting themselves. A lot of them that were speaking, well, all of them, none of them actually spoke directly to foundational Black Americans. And as far as what we should do, as far as the solutions of what we should do, the speakers were contradicting one another. There was people talking about Pan-Africanism in there. There were people telling you that you are Native Americans and all of this bullshit. So where is this a good conference? There was no structure. There was no nothing. Everything that was even on his flyer, he didn't do. I don't know if we can even pull that up, Rob. I don't know if it's still on there from a while back. But when he first did what the conference was about, I don't know if it's on the page or not. He has a breakdown of everything that he was getting ready to do at this conference. And he did nothing on that list. Nothing at all. Only you stupid Negroes would sit there, pay for some shit, go to the conference, but because you want to save face, You want to save face and you don't want to tell the motherfucking truth about how you felt about your superhero, your motherfucking daddy, and this man that you follow every goddamn where. You just don't want to be honest with yourself. He gave you nothing that he promised on that flyer. He gave you no motherfucking solutions at all. At all. He gave you an ashy stage, some dusty little chairs, and a cold ass room, and a bunch of people. Let's keep it real. This is the real kicker right here. Every single thing that was said by his speakers is something you can hear them say on YouTube for free. And if I had more time to get this video ready, I would have actually took clips from everybody's goddamn YouTube and let you hear what they say. How many of you follow Rizza Islam? Everything he said at that conference, you can catch on his Instagram right the fuck now. Everything. Everything. I don't know if it's still on there at the bottom, right? But anyway, when he first did it and he put it out, I don't know, I ain't been over there to that page. He had bullets of what the hell that was going to be at the conference, the things they was going to do, the people they was going to have on the panel. He was going to be bringing out kind of stuff, and none of it he did. But for those of you that follow him, y'all don't want to admit it, y'all want to tell the truth. So I want to say shout out to the few people who actually went to the FBA conference because they supported Tariq. And then after the conference, there are people who have actually come out on YouTube. But are they haters? Are they haters too? Tell me that. Are they haters? Because they're actually Tariq supporters that have spoken since the conference and said that they were disappointed. They said that they didn't get anything from it either. And they said that they were disappointed in what they received. A couple of them said they weren't messing with Tariq anymore, that they don't like how he calling everybody out as agents. They was going to go to his conference and see what was going to happen. And after the conference, that was the last straw for them. So my question would be, are those people hating when they actually support Tariq, when they actually bought tickets to his conference? Somebody said they could have had food trucks. Absolutely. That's the easiest thing you could do. Have some food trucks pull up. We have food trucks. Everybody at this conference said everything you could hear on YouTube. Rizza talked about vaccinations like he always does. I could probably go to his Instagram if I had time and piece together his whole speech that he did on stage at this conference from clips of his fucking Instagram. So I want you to ask me, are you okay as Black people watching a man co-opt, tear down a movement, ADOS, and call them agents just to get y'all to come over to his conference so he can say, well, I'm going to do it better. We're going to be FBA. We don't want to be ADOS. And then he brings y'all to this conference and he gives y'all nothing and put y'all life at risk. Have everybody in this room. Some of y'all drove, some of y'all flew to be at this damn conference to get in the room. And check this out. This is the worst part. You did not even get a live version of Hidden Colors. A live version of Hidden Colors would have been something different. When you watch Hidden Colors, he had themes. The speakers were on one accord. As they're doing the documentary, you can see the flow of the documentary. It's going somewhere. His conference had none of that. So this was not even a live viewing of Hidden Colors. This was a live viewing of fucking YouTube and Instagram live videos. Jabari didn't say nothing that he don't never say. I've heard the same thing Jabari said is the same stuff I've heard him say a million times on YouTube and on Sinetta's show. Anybody who watches Jabari and was at this conference, tell me where I'm lying. Rizza Islam said everything you could hear him say on YouTube and Instagram videos. Everything Dr. Watkins said, you could catch him saying on his YouTube videos. He didn't even say the shit that he have in his school. He got shit in his school that he don't tell you for free online because he wants you to come to his school and pay for it. Do you know the shit that he told you wasn't even the shit in his school? The speech that Dr. Watkins gave was the same shit he say on motherfucking YouTube. Same thing. That's what y'all paid for. Y'all paid to go see some shit you could have stayed at home, scroll down your phone, and clicked on a YouTube video. How y'all feel about that? Y'all proud. Some of y'all got y'all chest puffed out and shit. You just hating. We gonna open the phone lines then. You come on, bring your puffy ass chest up in here and tell me how wonderful this conference was. This is what I'm gonna need y'all to do. So don't call in when we open the lines. Do not call here and be talking about oh, you just a hater. That's not my question to you. You could whatever. I'll be a hater. I'm gonna need you if you call in defending Tariq. I'm gonna need you to tell me what was so excellent about this conference, and I'm gonna need you to name at least one solution that you got from this conference. That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Okay. If you can't do that, then just don't call in. And for all of y'all that got all that energy in the chat, for all y'all got to say, I'm gonna need y'all to get on the phone when the line's open. Okay. Why don't you do that? I think that Afro said, how much were the tickets? I think they were $50. But I want you to think about this. The tickets might have been $50, but there was a time in the conference when he was like, yo, who in the house from ATL? ATL in the house, and like 6 people was like, woo. So the point I'm making to that is a lot of these people were not local people. So it cost $50 to get into the conference, but Afro Soul, let's incorporate the fact that people had to drive there. People had to catch a plane there. People had to find hotel rooms to stay there if they were far enough away to go back the next day. So it cost people that came into the conference far more than just the $50. Somebody said YP tickets was 15 for 2. Yvette in them conference tickets was only what, $15. Now Yvette told the truth, because I'm gonna tell y'all, see, I've done conferences. For people who do conferences, you got to meet in a line somewhere. This is why the Black Agenda, guess what? We charge $50 for our tickets too, but our conference is all goddamn day. All day, right? And another thing is because it's not for a money grab at the Black Agenda, once we pay, none of the team gets paid off touring, because we do this because we want to see our people free. We don't make any money off the tour. We actually sell tickets until the place is paid for, our room and board is paid for, our travel is paid for, and our van to drive around in is paid for. We don't drive around in fancy shit. We be in one of them little kindergarten vans. Shout out to Hashim, the driver of security. And guess what? Once we pay for a city, what does the Black Agenda do? If you've been there, you already know. If you've been following Mechee, we open up the rest of the tickets for donations at the door. And those donations and that money goes to the next city to make it happen. So at the end of the day, it just all is a matter of how you're doing, because depending on what you're doing, $15 is not feasible either. Now, if you're doing one venue in your own city, nobody has to travel. You don't have to rent a big old place. But conferences cost money, but they damn sure don't cost that kind of money. For $120,000, he played the fuck out of y'all. Shit, I don't know why he paid that. You paid him that much. Conferences do not cost that much. And y'all argued me down in the beginning and was like, she must not throw conferences. She throw basement conferences. Shoot, conferences, you could pay up to $50,000 a day just to rent a place. If you fucking pay $50,000 to rent a place to throw a conference for 3 hours, you're a dumb motherfucker. It don't cost that much. For $50,000, I don't care for 20. If he gave him 10, there should have been something up on that goddamn stage other than that little piece of bullshit ass. What is that? Some shit he got made up at Kinko's before he got there? He made that shit on Canva app. And then he printed that shit out at Kinko's, and when he got it before, and then he had one of the staff put that motherfucker up in the back. Yes, that's his little dumbass flag. Absolutely, Rosemary. They're gonna keep on giving up all their money, but let them. You be a fool. That's on you. You be the fool. Like I don't understand how much this man got to do before y'all finally be like, he's full of shit, right? He's full of shit. Somebody said, what happened to Vicky? Thought she was hosting. Well, Vicky can't go outside, y'all, for too long. She shit on herself every 5 minutes. So she's not allowed to go far from a bathroom. So she usually has to, decline ventures outside, of her home. Bitch, you been in jail 5 years just to get out, be free, and have your asshole keep you on lockdown in your house. That's what you get for being an evil bitch, hiding behind religion. Now, he said Vicky was going to come, but then he took the invite back. Y'all don't remember that either? He was just trying to be down with people. He was like, yeah, Vicky in there like swimwear. And then later he was like, Yeah, Vicky doesn't get enough views for me. No, he saw that commentary she be giving. He was like, I don't want that crazy ass screaming woman at my conference. That's what really happened. Let's keep it real. And then Dr. Watkins, I used to work for them. Trust me when I tell you, I'm telling you the truth, right? So then Dr. Watkins' ass was like, yo, Vicky, we got to get your views up. So then he had her go live. I'm sure he started paying money to shoot out these emails and text messages to let everybody know Vicky Dillard's live because he wanted to get her views up. This is what he do behind the scenes. And he's like, we're going to show Tariq that you can get your views up. And then they obviously succeeded in doing that because I heard Tariq said that he was going to put her in the butt breaking documentary. This is what I heard. That's the word on the street, y'all. You know, this is the show here. I don't know if it's true, but that's the word on the streets. You know, so, you know, but we'll see if he even do butt breaking. I'm sure he going to throw that fundraiser out there real quick. He going to need $1.5 million to give you another documentary, and you motherfuckers going to give it to him. And then you going to keep asking yourself, why is my community gentrified? Why don't we got no businesses around here we own? Why haven't we built any schools? I don't know, because maybe you keep giving that shit to motherfucking Tariq Nasheed, stupid motherfuckers. I'm just saying. So let me just tell you overall some of this stuff. But we're going to open up the phone lines. I'm ready for these phone lines, right? So if anybody went to the conference, please feel free to call in and say how you felt. If you didn't go to the conference, call in and say how you felt. But I do have one requirement for all Tariq supporters. If you are going to call in, do not call in and just be like, you a hater. Because I'm be like, nigga, your mama, we could go back and forth all day. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit. You're not hurting none of my feelings. You know, I'm from Detroit. I'm not that fragile. Detroit in the house. If you're in the house, you're from Detroit, you understand it's in the water. I'm not that fragile. But what I'm not going to do is go back and forth with you dumbasses. So if you call in, I'm going to need you to then not just say that I'm hating, tell me where I'm wrong.
Hey, Mechee, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Rob.
Okay. I think we may have a little problem with the phone, but my suggestion is if you want to do this, the people who went to the conference, call me. I'm going to send them a link to join in the video chat, and you can be able to chat with them that way.
They can hear you? Only I can.
Yeah, it'd be better that way. Like if they call me, it'll be offline. They just call the number that we give, but only for the people that attended the conference, and I'll send them the link to join in video chat with you.
Can they hear you or I need to tell them that?
What'd you say?
They can hear you or I need to tell them that?
Oh, they can hear me.
Okay. So y'all heard Rodney. Okay. So he gonna put the number up on the screen. You call in and then he's gonna let you know what you need to do so he can get you the link. But, right? I'm gonna need folks to call in who were at the conference. This is who the line is for right now. If you did not go to the conference, don't call in. For people who are at the conference or people who are up here saying I'm just hating on Tariq. So if you're a Tariq supporter, I would like to hear you tell me why I'm hating. Whether you went to the conference or not, come on with it. So the number's up on the screen and you can call him. It's going to take a few minutes, y'all, and then he will get you what you need so that you could call in. And this is what we're going to do this last minute. We wasn't expecting to take call-ins, but Rod is the man. That is the man behind the screen, like the Wizard of Oz. That's what I call him. So you can't see him, but he make everything happen, right? So anyway, we're going to give Rod a minute and he going to get that together. We're going to see if any of y'all call in, right? Please call in and tell Leechy X why she's hating. I need to know this. I've never been a hater in my life. I'm upset that y'all keep saying this about me. One thing I've never been though is a follower. And y'all tend to just love somebody because everybody else tell you to. No, if you're on some bullshit, you're on some bullshit. And if I stand alone saying it, I'm gonna stand alone and say it. I don't get no damn. I don't need none of y'all approval. I want somebody to come up here and tell me what's wrong or where I've lied. This conference was some bullshit. Y'all didn't get nothing from it whatsoever. Y'all had a feel-good moment. So let me say that. This is something that Jade said. Right, I don't know, KK. KK said, why would he call you Leechy X? I don't know, because I don't really leech off nobody. If anything, I feel leeched on. Like all my children, all my family, everybody be like, Mama, Mechee, my sister, my daughter, can I borrow some money? Will you wire me this? Will you cash at me that? I feel leeched on. I don't know who I be leeching off, but, I've always taken pride in, doing for myself. But, apparently I leech off people. I don't know what that's about. Maybe one of Tariq's followers could call in and you could explain the leechy joke and why it's so funny. Y'all have no sense of humor and neither does he. Y'all think that shit funny. That shit is not funny to me. It's stupid. Richie I said I'm not right for that Vicky comment. The Vicky not right for the shit she do behind the scenes. Y'all go get away from me with that. Well, why I made that comment about her. She wrong for doing the shit she do behind the scenes and then she behind her religion. I love Jesus, the Lord. I'm down with the FOI. Yeah, you keep her playing that game. You go get a black eye. Let's see if Jesus gonna save you for that shit. Let me tell you, she is the one of the most heathenist. I'm gonna use them church words on y'all. She is the most heathenist motherfucker. Everybody have one of them motherfuckers in the church that smile in your face. Praise the Lord. You know that bitch that tell you, I'ma pray for you. But she don't mean it like she really gonna pray for you. Like she gonna go home and be like, God, I hope that bitch die. Like that's her prayer for you. That bitch be in her house wishing your demise, and then you the pastor ring the doorbell. She be in there cussing people out and shit, doing just devil shit. And then the pastor ring the door, and then she go to the door. Oh, hey pastor. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Free the land. Beloved. Shalom. When she know she was just raised to hell 5 minutes ago, you fake ass bitch. Y'all keep playing that game y'all want. Y'all watch Vicky online. I know Vicky in real life. In real life. Let me give y'all the Jay Morrison line. In real life. Right? I know this heifer in real life. So y'all can say what y'all want. I know the truth. Y'all just be speculating. She do a real good job though. I'm behind the religion and the I don't cuss and woo woo woo. You know? Sometimes I believe the cussing. Y'all be mad at my cussing. Let me tell y'all something about cussing. There is a a study that says people that cuss are actually much more genuine people, and that's true. Cause see, only fake people be trying to like watch their words. I just say whatever the fuck I feel. Sometimes it get me in trouble. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes people be offended, but I don't care. I don't damn care about my cuss words or offending nobody. I'm just saying what the hell I feel. It's all them folks that try, right, to search for the right words. I'm not taking no time to search for the right word. If I can't find the right word, I always fill it in with fuck, motherfuck, damn it, something. You know what I'm saying? You can grab one of them words and they just fit when you can't find the word. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. See, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of, it fits. I ain't got time to search for the right word. I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking. So y'all keep thinking folks who don't cuss or who tell you that old, oh, be trying to act so self-righteous and shit. Them is the worst people. Them the worst people. Them the worst people. What you see is what you get with Mechee. Right? I don't do folks wrong. If I don't like what you're saying, I'm gonna be like, yeah, not really down with that. Hashem, you better tell them. Tell them. I don't play that with my people I love and my friends. They will tell you in a minute. I don't play that fake game. Like, I'm not gonna do you wrong. No, I keep my word. If I say I'm gonna do some shit, I do some shit. If I'm not feeling you, thank you. I'm not going to talk about you behind your back. I'll be like, no, that's some bullshit. I'm going to straight up be like, nah, I'm not even feeling that. You can go do that shit, but I'm not doing that shit. I don't want to be down, though. Do some stuff around me that's stupid. I could love you to death. I'm going to be like, that was some dumbass shit you just did. The people who hang around me will tell you. I don't put on no front for nothing. Either you going to love me the way I am. I ain't trying to play no games and be something, you know, for other people to be appeased. Either you going to take it the way it is or just get the fuck away from me. She is fake as hell. Ain't nobody hit up the line yet, Rob? We waiting on
No, they punking out.
Oh, y'all punking out? Oh, your mama. Where you go? Where you go? You represent the daddy that you follow. They tell you in church. The devil is your daddy. The brick is your daddy. You a punk ass motherfucker. I got so much smoke in the chat, but y'all don't want to call in? Really? Y'all grown ass men got so much smoke for Mechee in the chat section. Y'all come on my Instagram. Y'all be in my DMs. Y'all be emailing me to tell me how much you hate me and call me Leechy X and shit and, you know, all of that good stuff. This is what y'all do for him, and now the lines is open. You can say it to my face, and y'all punked out. It makes sense, though, because the kind of men that follow Tariq, that's what I expect from you. I don't expect you to ever be a man, stand your ground, stand in what you said, other than to hide behind the name on the screen and just say some stupid shit. You act just like Tariq.
All right, let's take calls from the regular people.
We got a call right.
You on the air?
We can't hear him, Ron.
Hello?
Caller, you on the air? They hung up. You fucked out.
They hung up.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all. What y'all scared of? I'm only 5'2". Remember? I'm just a loudmouth, ghetto, ratchet ass chick that's 5'2". What you scared of? It's just a conversation. You got so much to say in the chat. Come on. Open the lines for everybody. Vicky, if you watching, bitch, why don't you call in? Jade, you watching, bitch? Call in. No Net Watkins? Call in.
We got somebody, Mechee. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Go ahead. We hear
Can
you.
y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a Tariq fan.
Okay.
I fuck with Tariq heavy. I fuck with him. That's my dude. What's the gripe? You griping about the conference?
Did you go to the conference?
Nah, I didn't. I donated though.
So you didn't go to the conference?
Nah, I didn't go. I donated.
Oh, you donated. Okay. So after what you heard here tonight, you okay with that? You okay with a conference and him co-opting and dividing other people that bring solutions for him to just bring you a bunch of YouTube rhetoric?
Well, I'm sorry. You sound a little bit far away. Just a little bit. Hard to understand you a little bit.
I'm sorry, say that again. He has a really big following for what?
You said I'm calling for what?
No, you said he has a really big following. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't hear what you said. Repeat yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said I'm a big Tariq fan. I'm a big fan of Tariq. I fuck with him. I don't see the. I mean, I know you had your criticisms of him in his conference and stuff like that, but me personally, I think I think he's just doing good business. You know, he's just doing good business, and if he has supporters that are willing to support him and his.
Okay, caller, you on the air?
Hey, what's going on? I wanna get on the air.
You hung up on the last call?
Yeah, turn your YouTube down in the background, and Mechee's on the
I
air
was
right
going
now.
to say something to the last caller. Why you hung
What
up on
about?
him?
Hey, what's up, Species X? Species X, what's up, Species X?
Oh, you got a new name? Yeah, this is like the one your daddy came up with. So was you at the conference?
Caller, were you at the conference?
Yeah, I was at the conference. That's some big frauds and fake ass, cornball ass shit you be trying to pull. Don't get on that big trying to get no. I even hate shit. Big mama. That's all I'm yelling. Why you doing it? Your big yellow stinking ass. Fuck. What the fuck, Species X?
Is this what we gonna do? Is this what we gonna do? You gonna try to tell somebody? No, let's answer the questions, brother. Don't come on here acting like your mother and shit. Act like you had a father. So let's have a real conversation, okay? Instead of just calling names. Because we don't know what the fuck you look like. You might be a sloppy, nasty, snaky motherfucker while you talking about me. So let's be clear. You were at the conference. So tell me where I'm wrong. You look at solutions that they gave you. Come on, bro. Come with it. Real talk. What that bullshit you putting out there right now? Let's go. Solution.
Cause you just a fake ass. Why you think you think he look up
I see. You have no solution. See, bye, your mama, nigga, bye. Go find your daddy, get out my phone. Go call Tariq with that bullshit. You can't answer the question because there were no solutions. I told you to come over here and refute what I said with some facts. You can't. That means everything I said was the truth. You can take it how you want. It's the truth.
Okay, caller, you're on the air.
Oh, okay, I'm on air.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't hang up. I'm the first guy that called. I didn't hang up. I don't know what happened.
I apologize. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, well, good, because I want to ask him a couple questions. So he said that, you're a Tariq supporter or whatever.
Yeah.
So my question is, you say you think he do good business. So how do you feel about the comment that he made?
Hold on. So I'm going to ask you, caller, that when Mechee's talking, Wait till she finish, and then you could chime in, because both of you talking at the
Okay.
same time. All right. So go ahead, Mechee.
Okay.
So I want to know how he feels about the comment that Tariq made about if you were to buy his Ogun, you should buy his Ogun juice, and if Ahmaud Arbery had some, he might still be alive. Do you think that was an okay comment to make to sell his pepper spray?
I'm gonna say that nah, that wasn't cool. That was. Can I cuss on here?
Huh?
Can I cuss?
Oh, absolutely. I could. It's all right.
Yes, Paula, we can hear you.
That was fucked up. Tariq shouldn't have said that. You know, that was. But everybody make mistakes. You know what I mean? Tariq can't be perfect. Tariq is already a phenomenal dude. So every now and then he gets to slip up. You know what I mean? He make up for it with everything else he brings to the table. So he can say something fucked up here and there, but it doesn't overshadow all the great work that he's done.
Okay, so let's talk about some other things he said, since you claim it's here and there. Are you okay with Tariq stating that even though he is pro-black, he will erect the European flag all day in the bedroom, and that black single mothers should not be given reparation because it's their bastard-ass kids who are tearing up the community? How you feel about those comments?
Okay, well, Tariq, he's not only, you know, a revolutionary, that, you know, an activist and all that. He's
not an activist at all.
He's you said what?
He's not an activist at all.
I mean, I think he has some great philosophies. I think that what he brings to the table as far as intellectually, it has helped black people in their minds. So I would say that is a form of activism, the fact that he's waking people up. And you yourself even said that you like you like Hidden Colors, right?
Absolutely. I don't have a problem with his colors, but that makes him an entertainer. He has albums and documentaries. Tariq is an entertainer. He's not an activist at all.
Well, would you say that him spreading the message, would you not say that that's a form of activism, the fact that he's making people more aware?
I actually think that it's not about making people more aware. Honestly, all the stuff that's in that documentary is everywhere. People are talking that stuff all of the time. So it's one thing to be an entertainer. Activism, the word in that is active. So it means that you are actually doing something in the community to bring solutions and get us somewhere. So no, we're not going to give somebody the title of activist when there are people out here doing this work that takes way more than what he's doing and has to be sacrificed when he made a documentary. He's an entertainer. So let's leave him in the lane that he's doing. Okay.
Okay, but what do you think about? Okay, he does edutainment. It's education mixed with entertainment. So and that makes people drawn to him. So
okay,
he's a very popular figure. So when he speaks, people are, yes, he's an entertainer. People are entertained, but he puts that message in the entertainment, and it spreads. So it's like, maybe he's not doing anything. He might be, you know, in his mansion or whatever, you know, whatever he's in, you know, doing his thing, getting money, but his message spreads farther than somebody that's not entertaining. So the entertainment that he brings is still valuable, and it's waking black people up.
So you're okay with somebody spreading the message that they don't actually live by? How do you feel about that?
He said he doesn't practice what he preaches. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he does it. Like, he talks about staying on code. He preaches all these things about how black people need to do certain things to create movements, but he's constantly tearing down the same black people who put him in the position he's in. Y'all can buy his DVDs, put him in a nice house, and as soon as you question anything he says, and if you follow him long enough, you know I'm telling the truth, he will cuss you out and go off on you and tell you how broke you is, and you could have been supporting this man for forever when y'all put him in that position. All he does is talk down on black people in that sense. So he talks about code, but in the past, year, he done called every other movement that is doing something in the black community agents. Has he not?
Yeah, he does, but I think that if you listen to what he says, he makes great points.
But these people are not agents that he's calling agents. So when you're tearing down movements and real activists, people who are really doing work, which he is not, he's entertaining, and you begin to tell people they're agents, How much damage is he doing by dividing the black community to call other people agents when they're not because he's all in his emotions versus how much good you think he does with his documentary? Like, that's okay for him to tear down movements that are actually getting black people somewhere. Isn't that going against code, and isn't that going against the benefit of black people getting somewhere just to fill his pockets?
I kind of didn't hear everything that you said, but on what you did say, like, okay, I just want to get specific. So who has he called an agent? Who has he torn that down that's been doing more work than him?
Oh, God, more work than him. Well, he told y'all that Tone and Yvette were agents. He told you that the NFAC, Grandmaster Jay, is an agent. He even said that I was an agent.
Wait, can we stop at Grandmaster Jay? So let's stop at Grandmaster Jay. Now, Tariq has, like, he's shown the footage of Grandmaster Jay at the Trump rally in the back. I mean, that it's on tape. He's got the proof. Like, he was down with Trump. I mean, you can't really argue with that. So
yes, you can, and I'm about to argue it right now.
Informing the people that, hey, this dude was down with Trump. Like, maybe you should look at him with the side eye. Like, doesn't that make sense?
No, it doesn't. Let me tell you why it doesn't. Because for a man that you seem to say has so much knowledge and he's spreading it to people, the truth is all his documentaries are filled with everybody else's knowledge, not knowledge that he went out and studied himself. Right. The second thing is he's not a good study, because if he was going to bring you the whole truth instead of a tainted view, which you just proved my point, what I'm about to say, you're a follower of his. And all this man has to do is call somebody an agent, and you will take what he says and run with it without doing your own investigation. Do you know why Grandmaster Jay was actually there? He ran for presidency, which is something that Tariq will not tell you. And he actually went to the rally to go and see, as far as the reports of everybody saying how Trump is throwing black people out and he's being all radical at his conferences or at his rallies, when he went there because he was running for president. All of this is public knowledge. The page is still up and everything else. When he got there, the Secret Service put him in the box back there behind the people because of his status. That's why he was back there. And after he had that rally 4 years ago, not last week, not last month, Grandmaster Jay came forward in a video as a presidential candidate and explained why he was at that rally and how much disdain he had for Trump. Also, you can't be running for the president and be working for the Secret Service. So those are just facts that had Tariq really giving you the whole story, you would have understood why he was there. So because he took a small picture and distorted it for you when he didn't know what the fuck was going on, you ran with that and you didn't do your research, and neither did he. And the truth is in y'all face, but you're just gonna listen to what Tariq say and run with it. That's the danger with somebody who got a big mouth, a big following, and he not doing what he's supposed to do with it. He's a detriment to the black community.
Okay, let me chime in on that. The video that Tariq showed with Grandmaster Jay. Now, I'm objective. I'm gonna look at the situation with my own mind. I do like what Tariq says, but I'm not going to accept what Tariq said. Like, I'm going to listen to what he says, and then I'm going to be like, okay, do that make sense? And if it makes sense, I'm going to go with it. It's not like a cult follower thing. He just makes sense. Okay, now let's look at this Grandmaster Jay situation. Grandmaster Jay was, yes, he was in the back, he was in the crowd behind Trump. You know what I'm saying? So in that video, he was telling Trump to go on with the speech. It looked like he was in support of Trump, just some of his body language. Every time there was a detractor or a hater trying to say something about Trump, Grandmaster Jay would tell, like, go on, don't worry about them, don't worry about them. I saw that with my own two eyes. Tariq didn't have to say.
So what? So what? He's at a rally. He's running for president. What was he supposed to do? Get up and talk junk to Trump while he was behind the thing? There's a way to do everything. But at the end of the day, I want you to talk about what you've seen NFAC do, right? But you want to talk about body language. My thing is, that's not enough evidence to call a man who has started the first and the biggest black militia in the United States for black people, that shows up time and time again for black people, that is plenty of black people behind him and with him. You don't get to discredit all of that based on something you might think when you don't have all the evidence and tear that down. Because as soon as some shit go left, you know who you're going to be calling? Grandmaster J, because Tariq fat ass, why he keep calling me fat, he ain't about to run about this mug with no militia. He ain't about to grab no guns, and he ain't about to do nothing to save nobody. So I don't understand why you would turn a side eye to a man who is building something like this for black people, all because Tariq told you to do so. That's the problem I have with him. I'm not an agent. Why am I an agent? I'm an agent too, remember?
I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished with all the evidence. It was more than just that.
We're not gonna sit here and talk all night about Grandmaster J though. Them is the basic things that he put out there about them. Anything else that he put out, I've seen all that he's put out there. And what I'm telling you is none of it equates to the fact that this man is an agent. Why is Yvette and Tone an agent? Let's talk about everybody, because this is the thing. He calls everybody agents, not just one person. I'm apparently an agent too. So you don't think that's a problem with calling everybody that's doing something an agent when it's people like you that will just run with that and start spreading those rumors, calling us agents, making it more difficult for us to do the work that we do?
You can't refute nothing I'm saying. Let me go back. Let's talk about Yvette and Tone. We don't even have to keep going with Grandmaster. I got more about that. But we can go to Yvette and Tone. What Reek said about them. He said his gripe with them was the American descendants of slaves. He feels like that's just.
Oh, caller gone?
I think we lost him by mistake.
Okay, well, good. I think we gave him enough time. But anyway, I don't feel that he was able to answer anything in the way that's supposed to refute nothing I said. I think there's a difference while we're waiting for another call. There's a big difference. Let me say something to y'all. There's a big difference in not agreeing with everything somebody says versus calling them an agent. Let's be clear. I don't agree with everything that Grandmaster J says and does. But that doesn't mean I think he's an agent or that we have to agree on every level to move forward to do something for our people. I don't agree with everything that Tony and Yvette say. But that does not mean that I'm going to call them an agent and we're not going to move forward and working together. Right? So to me, it's a much bigger difference. Let's just clarify that at the end of the day, you can disagree with people. It doesn't make everybody an agent. And I do want to remind everybody on here watching that for Tariq to say that Tony and Yvette are agents, I will still send you all to the trademark website and go look and see that Tariq trademarked FBA almost a month before he came up with some fictitious ass argument with ADOS so that he could divide, because he was planning on co-oping so he could get in the lane of doing conferences. Because if he stayed cool with ADOS, he would have looked stupid doing a competing conference. People would have been like, well, if you agree with ADOS, y'all walk with me a little bit. Come on, walk with me in this and see where I'm going. Had he stayed cool with ADOS, then he would have had to show support for ADOS, right? So how do you go if you say you down with ADOS and we should follow them, which he told everybody to do in the beginning, and then you turn around? That's what co-ops do. They go rock with you like they down with you, and then as soon as they get in and they're mixed with your face and your name as though they're a part of it, then they turn around and take it in another direction. So if he had stayed cool with ADOS, it wouldn't have made sense for him to say, well, I'm going to do an FBA conference. People would have been like, well, if you're down with ADOS, just support them. Why are you going to do a competing conference with somebody you say that you're cool with? So he had to start some problems. He had to cause conflict and disassociate himself with ADOS so that he could do the FBA, which he fucking trademarked almost a month, like 3 weeks before he even came and said some bullshit about them. So that tells me he already had the FBA in the works because he knew he was going to do that conference.
All right, 269.
So now people want to talk about videos and Grandmaster J and speculate what he was doing in the box. Tell me what you speculate over the fact that Tariq went and fucking did this shit when he did it.
Hello?
Somebody explain that.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, 269.
All right. Okay, thank you. What's up, Mechee? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm good.
I tell you what, the first time I ever watched you, it's been a while now. First time I ever watched you, because I grew up in Christianity, it's kind of this black thing. I listened to you, and I was so scared that I didn't listen to you for another 6 months. But something in my spirit told me, go back and listen to her. And I've heard what Tariq had to say, and I've seen what he's done. And I definitely got to say, the things that you have done are beyond impressive. You are the new age of greatness. And anybody who can't see that, you're either too stupid or too blind. And I did look at some of the stuff Tariq did,
And I was like, ooh, I can't fuck with him no more because he looked like he on a scale to fuck up black people. I figure like this, we set back far enough. So keep doing what you're doing. I just wanted to give a shout out to you, Mechee, and I love you. You the great.
Thank you, brother. I love you back. Thank you. So let me say, you guys, shout out to that brother. And shout out to all of those of you that show love. I know I be going in on the trolls. Sometimes I don't get the people who deserve it enough attention and love. But shout out to all my supporters because I have plenty of them. And y'all all in the chat. So much love to all of y'all. But something that caller said, I guess I really want to emphasize. When people ask me what's my biggest issue with Tariq, that's it. That's it. If you want me to put it in a nutshell, right? Is that for those of us that are out here, like I spend sleepless nights, y'all. I don't go to sleep on my silly pastapedic at night until it's late because I'm constantly working, whether it's what I'm doing for the movement or whatever. I give my last dollar to that stuff. I want y'all to know that the Black agenda was started on my damn tax return, okay? So when we get out here and we're working because we want to see something for our people, it bothers me when I watch somebody with so much influence on the Black community use their influence to tear down and divide while we're trying to get somewhere. We take 2 steps forward. Here come this nigga Tariq and he knock us 3 steps back because he want to tell everybody you agents. He want to do all of these things to get people divided, to tear down things that are actually moving. Even though you may not agree with everybody's approach, the question is, do we all have to agree or just we have to know these people are genuine? And so that's my biggest issue. If anybody wants to know in a nutshell what my issue is, for somebody who's genuinely out here doing the work for our people, is very discouraging to fight white supremacy, police, everybody else all day long, talk about what they do to us, and then we turn around and we got to watch another brother, somebody who claimed to be Black, somebody who claimed they care about what's going on in our communities. And when I say claim to be Black, I do say claim, because you can be Black outside and be very white inside. Let's just get that straight. Just like he has a biracial wife. Now, people gonna say, well, you biracial. That's not the issue. The issue is that he sat and he has told people before out of his mouth that if you're going to get you a biracial woman, get you one that has a white mother. And his woman has a white mother. So this tells me psychologically, y'all walk with me. Psychologically, if he's telling you, if you're going to get you a Black woman that's biracial, make sure her mother is white and not her mother being Black, which tells me that you want the next best thing to a white woman. You want a woman that's kind of Black, that's been raised by a white woman, so she's been geared by a white woman. You really want a fucking white woman. And let's be honest about the things of raising a household. When you find biracial people, this has been my experience, that have Black mothers, they're usually much more about their Blackness than those that have white mothers. Let me explain to you why. Because a mother is the one that nurtures her children, that gears them a lot, that is they're the one teaching them and taking care of them if there's a father in the home that's out doing other things. So the mother has very much a big impression on her children, sometimes more than the father does. So let's keep it real. So you just want the next best thing to a white woman when I hear him say that. So you out here acting like you so Black, you out here disrespecting the Orishas, you tell everybody you about African spirituality. Ask that nigga Tariq to show you his altar. You out here putting no goon name on pepper spray. For those of us that practice spirituality, that's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to think you can put Ogun in a goddamn jar and use him to sell your products. I hope Ogun tear his ass up. He has no respect. That's just like if somebody disrespected y'all Jesus or y'all religious beliefs. But he'll tell you in a minute he believes this stuff, but then he disrespects this stuff because it's just the lane to make him some money. I'm telling you, Tariq lane is every lane that's moving. He be in a lane, he's sitting that shit till it slow down, and he like, all right, this ain't really moving no more. So he look and see what lane is moving, and he get over in that lane, and he ride that motherfucker till he can't ride it no more. And so this is my problem with him. Nigga, entertain.
We got another call.
It's me slide. Bitch, break dance. I don't give a fuck. Make 12 documentaries. But what you need to stop doing is speaking like you're the voice of the people and using your voice with your emotions to try and tear down other people that's doing real work. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Your documentaries is not real work. It's not real work. The community gave you the money. You didn't bust your ass to do that shit. Ask Yvette and Tone how they had to bust their ass to put together their conference. Or ask somebody like me how you gotta bust your ass when you ain't got all of the things in order. You up late at night till 2 in the morning before the conference still making last minute arrangements. We bust our ass. And you want me to give a man motherfucking credit because he put up a GoFundMe account and you niggas gave him the money to promote his business venture? And then he want to brag about it. And it's a documentary with a whole bunch of people who are bringing their knowledge. It's a fucking entertainment. So be an entertainer, my nigga. But you're not people's leaders. And that's my problem. Y'all listen to him way too much and it divides those that are doing real work. He's not doing real work. Give somebody else $250,000 and it will be easy for them to make a documentary too. They didn't have to come up with the money. They got the money to buy the whole team. They got the money to pay everybody to come and give their knowledge. He didn't have to even do the whole documentary. He could place himself in there here and there and let everybody else do the talking. That's an easy thing to do. That's not fucking work. That's entertainment. Y'all gonna miss me with that bullshit. So you can say what you want to say. You can say, why do Mechee give a damn? I give a damn because just like I break down anything else to y'all in this fight as Black people, anything that is a detriment to us, anything that gets in our way, whether it be the media, whether it be these superstars, whether it be these dumbass politicians, I go for their necks all day long and show you how you should really begin to look at these things so we don't get caught up in our emotions and all the conditioning that we have. Well, the truth of the matter is we're going to always have Black people in our community who are doing the same damn thing to us. And there's no whole bars on these motherfuckers. So we can get at everybody else's neck that's doing something that cause damage to the Black community, but yet and still when it comes to another Black person, we gotta be quiet. They the worst motherfuckers. They hide in a Blackness. And you don't know that they done been used as a weapon against the Black community until the damage is already done. So y'all can say what y'all want to say about Mechee. Oh, you hating. You just hating. Fuck Tariq. I would never want his life. I make albums too. And you would never catch me mink sliding. If that's his thing, do your thing, boo. Right? I don't want to be in his shoes. I don't want to be a documentary movie maker. I'm in my lane. I do what I do. And I'm going to keep calling people out. So I'm going to just go get a shirt that say, folks say I'm a hater. I don't give a fuck. That could be my nickname. You call me what you want. You know what I find in 2020? No matter who you are, every time you have an opinion, every time you say something about what somebody's doing, you're always a hater. A hater means that you got to be jealous of them. A hater means that you have to want what they have. I don't want shit that man have. I don't. He's a detriment to the Black motherfucking community, just like a whole lot of other people running around here, like Black Lives Matter and everything else. You gonna follow Tariq, you might as well follow fucking Black Lives Matter while you at it. Because both of them is full of fucking shit. We done with the phone calls. Nobody else wanna call in here and defend Tariq tonight?
No, we got another caller. Go ahead, caller, you on the air. 808.
Aloha, Mechee. Preach it, girl.
Aloha, this my girl from Hawaii.
This is a geek mom in Hawaii. Preach it. You know, you started something that everybody stood up and took notice of when you put together the Black agenda. And Tariq, and nobody can take that from you. You put it together. I love your album, Revolution. I bought the CD because in case they shut down the internet, I got a copy of it.
Well, thank you.
And we love you over here. There are 15 of us. Whenever you come on, we get a phone call. Mechee's on, Mechee's on, Mechee's on. And we all show up and listen, girl. You keep the fire going. We're behind you.
I'm coming out there. I'm so serious. The last time we talked, I'm coming. I promise. And thank you for supporting and getting the album. Actually, after I'm done here tonight, I'm going upstairs because I'm working on another album as we speak. It's a collaboration album with a couple of other artists. But this gonna be better than the last one. So so thank you for that support though. But I love you. You've always shown your support. And yes, I'm coming to see y'all real soon.
Hey, you know what? We were joking. We were saying, can you imagine a ticket with Mechee and Grandmaster Jay? Would the world be ready?
Oh no, I think they might come rest us in our sleep the day before the conference. They're not gonna let that happen. But you have to Grandmaster Jay.
You keep it going on. Hey, as they say, Lindbergh is watching all your pathways to make sure wherever you go, you're safe.
I
Always.
say, I
Always.
say, you receive that. You know that's how I
Do
feel.
some shades to get rid of the bullshit, girl. You need to clean these lines.
Yeah, that's what we doing. We cleaning house. You know, that's not always comfortable. It's always somebody complaining they don't want to do chores on Sunday. It's time to do chores. Well, everybody got to get up. We clean the house. Everybody ain't gonna like it, but it is what it is.
But girl, we loving you. We loving you. You keep doing what you're doing. You don't be listening to these haters. They wish they could do half of what you do. And for those of us who can't do it for whatever reason, we're glad to support in whatever way that we can.
Well, thank you. And I thank you for all your support. To everybody out there in Hawaii, I said aloha and I love you back. And I'm going to see you guys soon. Thank you for calling, sis.
I got a bedroom, you know. It ain't big, but girl, you know you can come here.
And you know I ain't bougie. I will. Look, you know I rock with the people. Even when I do my conference, you don't catch me in the back. You're gonna catch me in the audience. I'm gonna be holding babies on my hips and sitting next to folks and chilling with the kids, because that's what the Black agenda look like when we have ours. So, and you know I ain't bougie. I'm gonna come over there and take that bedroom too.
You're on, girl. You're on. It's open. It's yours.
Well, thank you for calling, sis. You have a good night. Let me see. We got some folks in the chat here. Let's go back. So we got Joe Bo and M. You non-picture having, non-spelling ass dummy says, oh no. What you said about me? You said you just a loudmouth hater and a has-been wannabe. I'm a has-been. I ain't even been here that long. I'm washed up already. Really? Well, Joe Bo dumbass, call in. There's a number on the screen. Let's have this conversation. Come on.
Well, we got somebody on the line right now. Go
ahead, caller.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Speak up, caller.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How you doing, love? My name is Aisha. I'm just calling to tell you I appreciate you.
Well, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Keep your foot in that brother back, because I've been keeping up with him for years. And I don't appreciate what he did to the movement. I don't appreciate what Dr. Watkins did. I watched him, Dr. Moist Watkins, as Brother Tommy would say. Keep doing what you're doing, sister. Keep the fight going. It's sad that nobody's paying attention, but eventually they will.
Yeah, they'll wake up or we'll just leave them behind. You know what I say? I don't need everybody. I just need the right one.
That's right. Keep doing what you're doing, sister.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
thank
and you know, no shade, but you the one who made that. What was that show? I used to watch it until you left it. Fly, Movie, or whatever.
Yeah.
There ain't been nothing since you left.
Hey, let them tell it. They did me a favor by giving me a platform. I always thought I was the one that built the platform. But whatever.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you taking my call. Love you.
All right. I thank you for calling me. You have a good night.
850, you're on the air.
How you doing, Mechee?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I was just calling in. I wanted to, share my thoughts on some things. I support a little bit of everything. I support Tariq. I support you. I support ADOS. I'm just looking to get good information from where I can. And, I try to decipher it through that. I think, Tariq is a character. And I think he's doing something a little different than y'all doing. And I think he built his fan base a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I agree that what he's doing is different too. I think he's in a whole other lane. That's why I hate when he gets put in the lane of what it is we do and he becomes the ultimate save for whether those of us are real or not, He doesn't do what we do.
He does. He doesn't do what you do, but he has a level of value. And I think what a misunderstanding is he comes to the game through entertainment. And I think everybody in this conscious space has a demographic.
I think Tariq demographic is more relationships and sort of hurt men. You understand? And I think it creates a different kind of following. And I think a lot of people are mad that he can generate money for these ideas that he comes up with. And people happily send their money to him, and they don't feel bad about it. They don't feel beaten or cheating. Now, I think your problem with him is the grifting. I think that's where your problem comes in with him, is the grifting. From
why do you think?
idea to idea.
That people are mad? Because he make money. Why can't people genuinely be mad? Because while he's making money, he's also tearing other people down. Like everybody that's coming for his neck, he said something about them, and he's trying to tear down what they do and what he's saying about them. So I don't know why everybody always take it back to somebody being jealous about his money. Why don't you ever assume that there are people that are upset because he's trying to tear down what they're doing? Nobody's even bothering him for some of these people that he's saying this stuff about. And then the next thing is that he is causing a divide in the black community. So why don't you think some people are genuinely upset about that? Why do you think everybody care about his money? Because some of the people I talk to, they don't care nothing about his money.
I don't think everybody cares about his money. I think they cares about how loyal his fan base is. I support ADOS. I listen to Yvette. I listen to Tone. They got some great information and great data, but I think they poor leaders. It's nobody they haven't attacked. And when you're trying to build, you don't have to agree with everybody, but you don't have to attack them. And when you attack
you say the same thing to Tariq, though. Why don't you use the same wording for Tariq? Because he tears down everybody too.
I don't think he tears down everybody. I watch these shows consistently. Like I listen to ADOS every week, and Yvette has attacked everybody from Farrakhan to Farrakhan, Puffy, T.I. It's nobody. At the Breakfast Club, at the end of the day, you need some of these platforms to grow yours. And we act like Tariq got the biggest platform. Tariq don't got 150,000 followers. He just has loyal supporters, but his platform ain't that big.
We all have loyal supporters.
You got guys on the internet that got 1 million viewers.
All of those critiques about T.I. and Killer Mike and all of that you're saying in the Breakfast Club, the truth is that those are public figures that are left to scrutiny, and I agree with her. A lot of them are entertainers that should shut the hell up because they're not for the black community. They out there saying one thing when you want to put a message in front of somebody, so I agree with that. These are things that tear down our community, just like Killer Mike sat up at the beginning of the riots with the mayor in Atlanta, and he comes out of his mouth, and his first line of his speech was, well, I got love for the police. My grandfather, my family members used to be police. Are you serious? Because you're Killer Mike, you should accept that. It's one thing if your family members were police, but we've had people who have been just murdered by the police. If you come up and pay homage to them, he should shut the hell up. So when we have
that's fucking shit. That's fucking shit. I don't agree with that. But what I'm saying is, Yvette got about 78,000 followers. So for her to grow, she needs to be able to go on these platforms. But if you talking shit about everybody, if you've alienated all the big platforms that you could get on, how quick can you get this message out? You need some of these people to get the message out. So I don't want to hear Puffy talking vote or die and all that shit. That ain't what I'm talking about. It's a way to do everything. You catch more bees with honey. And
so you tell them
their form of leadership is extremely prickly.
For the sake of where they can get. You want them to be quiet about things that should be exposed so that they can get somewhere. That's like selling out. That's like being an entertainer, and because you need the record label to get you big and make you money and get your name out there, you gonna make all of that. You're not gonna say nothing about the fact that all they promote is violent music, and if you write something that ain't violent or raunchy enough, they tell you to go back to the drawing board while it's tearing up your community at the same time, but you're gonna be quiet about it. So I don't necessarily agree with that either.
No, I'm not.
They out of order.
I'm not saying selling out. I'm saying it's a better way to move. It's a better way to move. It's like, what they are talking about.
But that don't make them agents. We don't all have to agree.
I'm not saying I don't agree with that. Like I don't agree. Like now, the guy Jay, I don't know about him. He got some suspect
I know so much about Tariq, but Tariq's so far.
Suspect. If he was running for the president, why nobody ever heard about it till he explained it based off a Trump rally? That don't sound right. And he was if he running for president, why is he campaigning for Trump? What if you running for president? Why you at the Trump rally?
I just explained that earlier in the show where you're not here. He wasn't there campaigning for him. And the second thing is that, do you know that tons of people run for the presidency every year? And at the end, they find the final candidates that are going to run. There are plenty of people that run for the presidency, put their name on the ballot, and if they don't get enough, you never even know who they are. So what are you talking about? He did run. And you didn't hear of him because he was running for president.
Because you have to qualify to run for president. So he just said he was running for president?
He was running for president. You can go look up his campaign page and go look it up yourself. The evidence is there. Wow.
You say I can look up his campaign case?
Yes, you can. The page is still up from his campaign. You can go look it up, his public record. If you actually Google the man's real name, it tells you he ran for the presidency.
So
he didn't make it to the final round. A lot of people run for the presidency every year, and you don't get those people don't make it to the ballot, and everybody doesn't know their name.
I know a little bit about politics and getting people put on ballot.
Not enough.
So what, he was just running for president in one state?
No, he was running for, what you don't understand is that people can run for the presidency in the beginning. People can run for seats. And if you don't make it first a certain point with enough movement behind it, at some point you drop off and you come with the last two candidates who make it to the final round. Plenty of people can run for presidency, and he did. This is public.
But no, when you run for office, you have to qualify through petitions. To run for local mayor, there's a certain amount of petitions that have to be signed.
He qualified.
There's a certain amount of petitions that have to be signed to run.
You can go look
so
you can go
if
look
somebody runs for president, they have to qualify through paperwork. So did he do this in 50 states, or he just said he running for president like Kanye West?
He was actually running for presidency. And the truth be told, Kanye was running for presidency, but he did it too late, and he didn't meet the deadlines. But had he met the deadlines, guess what? He would have been one of those same people running for candidacy. He probably would have fallen off before you got to the last round of the two candidates who are really going to battle each other. But just like Kanye came and said he was running, he didn't make the deadlines. That's the only reason he didn't really make it all the way. So for you to say, is he just
Kanye
like
Kanye
actually did what he was supposed to do, but he missed the deadline in other states. That goes to show you that a whole lot of people could just run for presidency. You didn't know that?
No, you can't. To run for president, you can say you're running for president, but you have to qualify in every state individually, and that's through signatures, through petitioning.
I'm going to tell you one more time.
He did that. And if he was running for president,
okay, let me say this. See, this is the problem that I have with when we talk about the Tariq and a lot of other people that saying what you're saying. You're sitting here going off what you believe based on what somebody said, some videos they showed you. But I'm telling you right now that it is facts that he ran. He was on a ballot. He ran to be the president. His campaign information and all of that is public record. And if you go and Google Grandmaster Jay's real name, boom, it's going to be right in your face. That's all I'm saying. You can debate people.
What is his real name?
It's a fact. Why don't you go Google Grandmaster Jay and look at his real name will come up? Have you ever bothered to Google Grandmaster Jay? His real name will come up.
So, but he's running for president, but we don't know his name. We know his moniker, Grandmaster Jay.
I know his name. You don't know his name.
Why would he be at a Trump rally behind Trump, supporting him and standing up with people? He was acting like he was working as security. I seen that with my own eyes. Like, what did you say about the way he conducted himself there?
Do you believe that your eyes and videos tell the whole truth? So you believe that just because you saw in the video, you don't think that you can watch in the video and interpret it wrong when you don't have all the information?
I'm saying on that video, he did not look like a candidate for president. He looked like security for Trump. And when people made noise, he stood up to act like he was going to quell it. That's what he was doing.
Are you sure he was going to quell it? He was going to quell it, or what he was
where was his
Let
team?
me tell you something. 4 years ago, let me explain something to you. 4 years ago, there's a video of Grandmaster Jay after he went to that rally because he was a presidential candidate, him explaining why he was there, what was going on 4 years ago. Now when Tariq brought this shit up, that video is out there in your face. Boom, if it was a snake, it would have bit you, but nobody want to go look for it. And it tells why he was actually there. And the truth is, you can't work for the Secret Service and be running for the presidency at the same time. So no, he wasn't running for Secret Service. And just a few little clicks of some research will tell you that's not true. But nobody wants to do that. We want to run on what a nigga that meat slide with furs on across the stage tells you, because he didn't do his research either. And even if he did, the worst part is he probably know the truth, but he's not going to tell you the whole truth because he just wants y'all to believe whatever image he puts out there about people. Period. Grandmaster Jay ran for presidency, whether you believe it or not. That's a fact. Go look it up. His name is John Fitzgerald. So go look it up. What?
I said actions speak louder than words.
And what actions are those that are speaking louder?
I'm saying his actions did not look like somebody that was running for presidential candidate. He didn't have no team around him. He acted like he was part of Trump's team. And I'm curious to see that explanation on how he makes that make sense. If you're running for president, why are you going to another rally if you're not finna debate? What are you doing there? What is the purpose?
Well, he explained why he was
ran for president. Why is somebody that ran for president not using their real name?
He did. He didn't run as Grandmaster Jay.
But I'm just saying, anybody that ran for president before, why would you be out here using a moniker?
Using a what?
Why would you use a moniker? You just ran for president. Wouldn't you want to keep growing your name and expanding? That don't make sense.
No, because after he didn't run for the presidency, he decided to take another route altogether. You do know that Grandmaster Jay has been on YouTube and Instagram for 3 years talking the same stuff he's been talking. Y'all claim he jumped up out of nowhere. You just didn't know the brother existed. He's been around all this time.
He did jump up out of nowhere.
And his name has been so then if you know that, then you know Grandmaster Jay comes from the DJing that he did. So if he's not running for the president anymore, why can't he use his name Grandmaster Jay? That was his name on his Instagram. That's the name he's been using.
How you gonna name yourself after one of the most famous DJs ever to do it? That's dead.
Let me ask you something. Do you if it wasn't he named himself after who?
Grandmaster Jay.
So all the DJs and people back in the day didn't have Grandmaster and shit in front of their name? Come on. But let me ask you another question. You do know that Tariq Nasheed. While we talk about names, we talking about names now. Grandmaster Jay has a nickname. Wait a minute. Let me finish. You do know Tariq Nasheed's name is not Tariq Nasheed. Maybe he needed a blacker name to play the black community. So you want to talk about that?
I don't. Hey, I ain't never sent Tariq no money.
But I'm just saying, this is what we're talking about. Because
I ain't send nobody no money. I work hard for my money, man.
We're not talking about money. We're not talking about money. Because if you gonna make these points, no. If you're gonna make these points about Grandmaster Jay and his name, which you are very wrong, my thing is Grandmaster Jay is a nickname, what he used to do on stage and DJing and stuff, right? His real name is what he ran for the presidency with, and both of his names are out there to find. Tariq Nasheed actually,
Grandmaster Jay,
and that's not his name. Let's talk about that.
Grandmaster Jay is the DJ of Run DMC, one of the most famous DJs ever. He about the same age that he would be if that man was alive. And you calling yourself Grandmaster Jay and not your real name, but you ran for president?
Now you're changing the subject. So what? You know how many people are running around here named Mechee? You know how many people got X's on the end of their name like me? I'm just saying, so what? How does that make him an agent or disqualify him? Because he had a name, Grandmaster, like most DJ. Do you know his name is Jay? So that's why he calls himself Grandmaster Jay.
You say he ran for president, but you don't know his name. You just know him as
I told you his name long time ago is John Fitzgerald. But I told you should go Google it, because if you Google Grandmaster Jay, his real name is hiding from you.
But no, like I'm not gonna call that man an agent, but it don't look right.
So Tariq look right? Even though that ain't his real name, he's black enough to play out.
Say that again.
I said, but Tariq, the stuff he do don't seem funny. We worried about people's name. He done changed his name to Tariq so it would be blacker, so he could play the black community.
Hey,
you know Tariq's real name?
I ain't called to fly no Tariq flag. You know what I'm saying?
But this is what we're talking about, and I'm just saying.
He provides some good information.
Right, but Jay, Grandmaster Jay did some good stuff too. No, so if you could use that energy towards Grandmaster Jay, you got to give that same critique to Tariq. He don't get no pass, because this is what we're talking about. It's Tariq tonight.
Hey, if Tariq Mechee was calling himself Huey Newton, I would have a problem with that.
Well, why don't you ask Marcus Sanders when his name turned to Tariq Nasheed? Do me that favor and then come back and tell me why he changed his name to some more black shit.
I'm saying, did Tariq Nasheed steal the name Tariq Nasheed from another person?
At the end of the day, why would you say that he stole somebody's name? How did you say that Grandmaster Jay stole somebody's name when his name is John? His people, his family call him Jay. So how did he steal when his name actually is
from Run DMC?
No, it's just somebody who has the same names. They were both DJs. You know how many Grandmasters were back in the day? A lot of DJs call themselves Grandmaster. He's not the only one. And his nickname is actually Jay by his family. So come on, bro.
I'm going to change your name because somebody got it already. You can't bite the style. That's biting, yo.
Yeah, I know, and that make him an agent, and he was helping Trump. So don't believe him. Don't follow him. My advice to you is, when some shit go down in your city, just make sure you don't call the NFAC to come out there and support y'all. Since you got so many reserves about this man and his name, about a DJ from back in the day. He didn't make up no name. The man's name is Jay. His name is Jay. Okay? I'm just saying. But we ain't gonna keep going round and round about this all night. We're gonna let you go so we can get some more callers. I appreciate the fact that you say you watch everybody. You take what you can from everybody. But I don't think you're fair in your critique about everybody. I think that you're a little bit to one side and you're kind of pulling that stuff out your ass that you heard Tariq say, to be honest with you, because you don't have any of those critiques for him. Then you could definitely use them against him as well. So we ain't gonna go round and round all night. We're gonna leave the room on the table if anybody else wanna call in. But I thank you for calling in, brother.
We got a call on the line, 516. Go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, what's up? Peace, Mechee.
Hey.
Man, these Tariq followers are dumb as fuck. Oh my God. Listen, first of all, big up to you for keeping your foot on his neck. And what struck me about this whole thing, you were there, right?
At the conference?
Yeah.
I wasn't in the room, but yes, I watched it all. I was there live.
But here's what struck me, and there's a little bit of delay in the line, by the way.
Okay.
This I saw on the flyer when I first saw the flyer said it starts at 3. I knew it was a bullshit conference then. But this thing actually started at 5. This wasn't a conference. This was a mixer without drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And not to sound chauvinist or nothing, I'll leave. Here you are, a woman, right, going after this, and you got a bunch of men jumping on here, caping for a dude, trying to suck his lip gloss and shit. I feel bad if the revolution pops up. What are we going to have? Well, what are they going to do? They're going to grab some old blue juice and use lip
yes, we're going to have pepper spray, stocks, and DVDs. We about to be free. Stop.
Yo, we're in trouble. Listen, I enjoy you. Listen, I listen to you. I don't agree with everything, but you're on point with most of your stuff. Stay on this dude's neck because a lot of these men unfortunately are scared. It's ridiculous. They're scared they're going to get punched. He can't do nothing to you because you match up with them. So keep up the good work.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for coming with some sense. Thank you, brother. You have a good night. I want to say, we got the echo in the background. Let me see. I want to say this, though. Shout out to the chat. I hear Yvette is in the house. Shout out to Yvette if she's in the house. If y'all don't know who Yvette is, she is one of the founders of ADOS. But I heard she in the house, so she is. Shout out to Yvette. And also, shout out to the chat. The last person who called here, they wanted to correct you because you keep saying he stole a DJ's name, and the DJ with Run DMC's name was Jam Master J, not Grandmaster J. So voila, there you go. It's not the same name, bro.
Okay, we got a restricted.
We got another caller, right?
I don't know who that is.
I'm coming from 410.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, caller. Go ahead.
Okay. This is for the guy who called in before that, the last guy. There are 3 qualifications to run for president. You got to be a natural-born citizen of the United States, be at least 35, and have been a resident of the United States for 14 years. That's it. What are you talking about?
Right. That's why I say we don't understand our politics. Sis. I get it. That's what I'm saying. We don't understand our politics, and whether he understood the criteria or not, the fact that you can look at it publicly, the man run for presidency. Once you say it's out there and the proof is there, I don't understand what else there is to argue. That's just the person who don't want to admit they wrong.
You can actually go online and look up the ballot. He's on the ballot for that year, for 2016.
Yep.
But the last thing I want to say is I've never seen men act like such bitches in my life. So if anything does pop off, it's going to be the women fighting.
Yeah. Well, I will say that from Tariq's camp, I get more men trolls. I don't think I've had one woman say anything to me about Tariq at all. They've all been men. I've not had one woman that I can think of to this day say something to me about Tariq. Men be coming to me, boy, I think they be want to fight. I don't know what it is.
All right. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you for calling in, sis. You have a good night. Thank you. You got any more callers? Or no, ain't nobody else on the line.
Go ahead, 901. You're on the air. 901. You're on the air.
What up, though?
You said, what up, though? I mean, we got Detroit in the house.
313. I don't know where you get 901 from. I guess I don't know about all that. Cinco Avenue, dog. Oh,
hey,
man.
West Side.
I've been listening to you for the last 2 years, Mechee, and I learned so much from you, I mean, you're a blessing and stuff. And, I listen to everybody, but, I listen to you and Tariq the most, and I get a lot of information from you, and I get a lot of information from Tariq, because he be calling. I ain't here to defend him, I just listen to him, because he be calling out the samples, and he a historian, But like I said, in the last few years, I learned so much from you. I get a lot of insight from you. And if you got you feel you got a problem to call him out, that's on you. You got a right to call him out, and I don't get into all that. I love you, and your album, boy. I heard some of your album, boy. Man, you got skills, yeah. And I like Tony Fly too, because he go back to those roller skating days, that Northland, But
Northland. Well, shout out to you for the love with the album, and shout out to you just because you're from Detroit, my hometown, right? But hey, I'm not mad at you. You can watch both people. All I ask is that people have some reason, right? Like, you can listen to both, but don't listen to people so blindly. Like, I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I say, and I would just like to see people that even when they are listening to Tariq, when he says something that ain't really right, just don't receive it. But I run into a lot of people who seem to watch Tariq, but when Tariq is out of order, they don't want to admit he's out of order, but they calling everybody else on it. So, hey, you don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to agree with everything that he say. To me, that's a person that can think for themselves. So, I'm not mad if you're watching Tariq. I'm only mad if you're watching Tariq and you hanging on to every word he say, right? But hey, more power to you. Watch everybody. Get what you can for what you can. But, take that weed and that tear and sift it out and leave the stuff you don't need on the table. Don't take that shit with you. So, that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so you're right. It's good hearing from you, because I I've been seeing you for the last 2 years, and like I say, talking to you is so surreal, you know. And I think we lived around the same area, you know, Finkel and Myers and you know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I went to Guest Middle School. I lived on Hartwell all my life. 4 different houses, but on the same block.
Yeah.
Right
I
off Finkel,
on
yeah.
my bike, yeah.
Yep, West
Oh,
Side.
man. Yeah, so
Well, thank you for calling me.
All right, I ain't gonna hold you up. I just wanted to call in and holler at you, you know.
Well, thank you for the love and thank you for calling in and all your support. You have a good night.
At 727, you're on the air.
Oh, wow.
Don't get scared now. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Adrian from St. Petersburg.
Hello, Adrian.
I bought a ticket to the FBA conference back when they originally made them available, but I didn't go.
So can I ask why you said you didn't go? Why didn't you go?
Well, I didn't go because COVID broke out. I didn't go because you know, it became dangerous.
That's what I thought. That's what I would think. That's what I was thinking you was gonna say, because a lot of people, you know, that didn't go. There were people, you know, that were saying they didn't go. I believe that I'm gonna give him his credit. I mean, he did. From what I heard, he sold over 1,000 tickets, but then we were told that, and by people that were there, this wasn't from me, people who were there said it was about 700 people. And I'm assuming that most of those people that did not make it was because of Corona. You know, they didn't want to catch it. Or two, you know, people have lost their jobs. They've been laid off. A lot of people planned on traveling and getting a hotel. Plus, the conference was, a couple of months after the original date. So all of those factors, I assume, played a big role in why a lot of people that didn't show up. That's probably why they didn't. So I'll tell you, you ain't missed nothing. So.
Thanks for having me on.
What you say?
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for calling. You have a good night. All right. Let me see what y'all talking about in this chat. We got another call on the phone, Rap? But never mind.
Yes, we
We
do.
got another call.
404 from Georgia.
Yes, hi. I want to say something to Mechee. Hello?
Hey, go ahead, caller.
Hi, my name's Artist Masterpiece. I'm calling from New York.
Okay.
All right, I have a story for you, Mechee. I've been following you since you was on Fly Newbie and Queen. And I actually started becoming a content creator for Fly Newbie and Queen. Now, I knew what I was getting myself into. It wasn't paid. They told me that from the beginning. But I feel like I contributed, you know, a lot of videos. And, you know, the offer was never on the table for me to get any type of compensation. Now, I take my responsibility in that. But what I wanted to say is I started to see people's true colors. Because at first, you know, I have my own YouTube channel, but it's very small. But at first, I came into this really trying to become an activist of some sort, and you're like one of the only people that I really vibe with. Like, there's a lot of fakeness, and Tariq is definitely one of the fake ones. I don't understand why so many men are on his nuts. But again, I don't want to say too much, but I just want to let you know that I'm rocking with you. I love your content, and that's it. You inspire me to do more in the community. It's just hard to do it because it's hard to trust people. But, you know, I'm just one of those people that's ready to, like, really get out there. But it's hard. It's not like a lot of people in New York City that aren't in the same mindset as me. So, well, that I know of anyway. Let me not say that.
So you said you have a channel?
Thank you.
You hear me? You said you have your own channel?
You said I had my own what?
Yeah, did you say you have your own YouTube channel?
Yes, it's very small. I started making videos for Fly New Cleaner a couple of years ago. But I had basically left because my videos was getting taken down by Facebook. So, and then on top of that, I'm not getting paid. You know, Dr. Boyce Watkins wanted me to sign a contract to not get paid, basically, but put out a certain amount of content for the week. Yeah. So, me being an up-and-coming person, I fell into the trap. I kind of wanted the exposure at first. I'm not going to lie. But after a while, you start knowing your worth. Like, I feel like I need to put more energy into my own thing. Even though it's very, very small, it still makes me feel good that I have my own, I own the rights to my videos.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know what it was when you was there. I just want to be clear. I told y'all this. I'm not trying to play nobody. And he wasn't offering what he was paying. He only paid you like $30 a live. So a lot of these women that was getting paid only get like $250 a month. You could go live twice a week. Right? So the amount of pay ain't even that big. And he got all kind of women. And he be like, come work for free. And these sisters think that it's, I'm going to get on this platform. It'll give me more notoriety. I can build some things. And in the long run, he's trying to get you to sell your whole soul. So if you make it big, he owns all of that. Right? He always trying to do that when it comes to women. This is what he do. So before you go, though, since you said you have a channel, so can you tell us what your channel is or put it in the chat when you go back in the chat? Let us know so that people can go over there and follow you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'll definitely. Well, I super chat you a little while ago, but I will definitely drop my name again. It's a couple of people that I see, that actually are subscribed to me in your chat, and they're on Tariq's nuts. But they shall remain nameless. I'm gonna go live after you're done, and even though I have a small audience, I still connect with this community, and so we end up talking about pro-Black topics. And like I said, I love you. I always have. A lot of these other people are frauds. And thank you for being you. And continue doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Well, thank you for letting me be me and rocking with me. Sometimes even though folks think I'm a little crazy, I might be. And thank you for calling in. And, I'm sorry you had the experience working with that motherfucker. But shout out to you. You got out.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's an experience. But I'm going to let you continue on. And, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. You have a good night. Don't forget to put your channel in the chat. Y'all go over and follow this sister.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go back right now. I'm going back in the chat now.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Kings and Queens said, what's your channel? Well, she put her channel in there, the moderator in the chat. Could you go over and maybe get her link, please, and put it in the chat? Because as a moderator, you're the only one that can put the actual link. That way people just from in the chat can click on it and go right over to the channel. We got somebody else on the phone, Ryan? I thought I heard a phone ringing.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, Mechee. This is Kimbrella. I'm calling because I missed the first part. I just got the notification. Okay, YouTube acting up again. So, could you go over the first part? Because I really wanted to catch it from the beginning. I was waiting on it. Okay.
Oh, what? On this show?
Yes, what you're talking about. I missed the first few minutes.
Oh, good God. We've been up here for a minute. But I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to take like 2 more calls. And we're going to call it a night because I got to go upstairs and get to record some more music. I'm working on this other album. So I'll be done here in a minute and you can hit for replay and watch it all back because we've been here for a while.
Oh, you have? Okay, well, I'm just watching the rewind then.
Okay, yeah, we're going to be done here in a minute. I'm going to take 2 more calls, and then we're going to call it a night. But thank you for calling in, sister. In a few minutes, you'll be able to watch it back from the beginning.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Brother James Muhammad from Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey, Brother Jack.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I can barely hear you. But that's all good. Listen, Sister Mechee, you a beautiful, beautiful, very, very talented sister. And Tyreek and you, if you all were in a debate, he couldn't touch you. You're very, 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 very brilliant. Tyreek is a comedian. He's a very, very smart brother as far as, how to make money. And that's okay. But you all on two different levels. To me, I love you. I love you. And what's the other sister name? Vicky X. You all are very, very, very talented, wonderful, quick on your feet, very, very intelligent women. You are a younger sister, Ava Muhammad. I don't know if you ever heard of her.
No.
You heard of her?
I know, but I have to go look her up since you said that.
Well, you need to go look her up because you're missing out. She's the representative for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Okay.
She's a very, very bad sister. Tough, man, tough. So I'm just saying, I'm just going to say this. Don't waste your time. You keep doing. I'm 56 years old. I've been in these streets since '95. With the nation, door to door. Before there was ever YouTube. Before there was social media. You just keep pushing what you push. You're brilliant. And we need sisters like you, Sister Vicky, or Sister Jay. We need sisters like you to uplift our sisters, to uplift our people. So the energy that you have with that sharp tongue and brilliant mind, you just do what you do. And Allah's going to bless you and continue to bless you like he's doing. You're going to be on top. Don't never have to worry about no one else taking your spot because you are one of the best. And I just wanted to share that with you. I'm very, very pleased with you. I'm very, very appreciative for what you do, your information and what you're trying to help uplift our people. But stay focused. I love you. And continue to do what you do and stay on top, okay? Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. And thank you for your call. I definitely received that and the support. One thing, look, I know that ain't nobody gonna stop me for what I do. Let me say that's my superpower. I'm me. Can't nobody else ever be me. That's the wonderful part. So we're gonna take one more call and then we're gonna get out of here, you guys, and call it a night. Who we got on the line?
Go ahead, caller. You're in the air.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear a ride. It's a little low down.
Hey, I just wanted to tell Mechee, I'm from Chicago. I met you at the Black Agenda. Girl, I love you. I've been rocking with you since FNQ days, and actually after you left, I stopped listening and unsubscribed from the channel. But I just wanted to say to keep on doing what you're doing. Don't worry about the people. I don't agree with everything, but pretty much about 98.9% I agree with what you're doing, and I rock with you. So just keep up the good work, girl.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all that support. And I love you back, sis. I say all the time, ain't no me without y'all, right? I know that what I do, the Black Agenda, and even every time I go live, it would be nothing if you guys weren't here to sharing that, right? And so there would be no Black Agenda without y'all. And so I want y'all to know that I love y'all back just as equally. So I thank you for all your love and your support. I know I spend a lot of time cussing out the trolls. So I just want to get some time to give some love back to those of you that support me and give me all the love that y'all do. Because I get way more of that than I do all of the nonsense, right? So let's be clear with that. I have way more people who show me love and support than those who give me a hard time. It is hard for me to ignore them sometimes. I kind of like a good argument every now and then. But thank you for calling and thank you for all your support and love, sis. All right, Rob. So let me see. We're gonna get out of here tonight, y'all. I got some work to do. I ain't going to sleep. I got things I got to get done. But I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I will be live again here on Friday. We'll be doing some lives on the update on the news and everything that's been going on this week. We're going to talk about a couple of things. But if you guys have not subscribed and you're watching now, make sure you subscribe, right? Make sure that you like this video, share this video, tell your mama and your daddy and everybody and them. Somebody send this to Tariq if you want to. Can we go out with the mix slide? And, we ain't got to play the music, but come on, let's see the moist shoulder and the moist neck. Go ahead. This at the party, y'all. The mink slider right here. The entertainer of the year. He's not an activist, though. I'm about to try that shoulder move on my video. We got some videos. I wonder if that's what it is. That's what get y'all is that shoulder move. How I'm doing it. I got it right. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all can catch me tomorrow on my page because even though they demonetized me, I could go live again. I was suspended for a moment. So I will be live tomorrow on my page. We're going to talk about Angela Stanton again, just really quickly on tomorrow. But a couple of people got upset with me, and I don't want to cuss nobody out. I want to give a real perspective. Maybe I did not make it clear enough. I know the other night when I talked about Angela Stanton and her perspective from religion, if you guys did not catch that, then go over to the page and go watch it. But somebody said to me, this woman is fighting for our black kids and child sex trafficking, and you don't want to vote for her just because you agree with her religious standpoints. And I want to make it clear, no, her religious standpoints have nothing to do with that. So tomorrow I'm going to quickly again go over in a really fair assessment and let y'all know why politically I don't rock with this woman. There's a whole lot more to it than that. The religion thing don't have nothing to do with it in that vein, other than the fact that saying that protecting religion is one of the things on your agenda for people is bullshit to me, because nobody's religion is under attack, especially not the Christianity that she practices. So I have a hard time understanding why that's even one of the things. You're a politician. There's a difference between church and state. That's just a fluffer. That's a filler. She's like, oh, I don't have enough stuff on here. I got to put something else. We fight for religious freedoms. Nobody's being oppressed, and nobody's stoning or burning or throwing people off bridges here for what they believe in. So just stop it. That's some bull crap. But we will get into that tomorrow on my page, y'all. Meet us back here on Friday. We might be live before then, though. Y'all just make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we are live. But if you don't see me here again, you can catch me on my channel, and we will definitely be back on Friday. Hopefully we get Dr. Shauna in the house. Me and Dr. Shauna can do our thing, and we can take some phone calls on Friday. We'll make sure we get it set up so it's a little better than the setup tonight because we got some time. So we'll take phone calls on Friday, you guys, and we're just going to go over all the news that's been going on all week because there's a whole lot that we could be talking about. I know we're waiting on the verdict from the grand jury in the Breonna Taylor case. So I don't know if they've come back with that yet, but we're definitely going to discuss that. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Trolls, non-trolls, everybody, no matter what you is, a Mechee supporter, Extraction Attraction supporter. Again, shout out to Yvette in the house and ADOS. Y'all keep doing your thing. I stand with y'all. I stand with NFAC. So if people want to know where I stand, I don't agree with everything. And for people who said they don't agree with everything I say and do, I want y'all to know that's all right. We can agree to disagree. We definitely can. You don't have to agree with everything I say. Matter of fact, I don't want you to agree with every single thing I say. Some things are facts. Some things are my opinion. And my opinion is up for debate. And you don't have to have an opinion about the same thing that I do, right? The one thing that people shouldn't really go against, though, is when I give you some facts. But a lot of times I do give you plenty of my opinion too. So know that we can agree to disagree. I love y'all. We're not all the same. We don't all have to believe the same things as long as we fighting towards the same goal and we have integrity in the way that we're doing it, right? And it's about our people moving forward instead of holding our people back. That's the only thing. They got to have some criteria for Mechee to be okay with you. When you're doing the opposite, that's when I have a problem when it comes to tearing down our people, all right? So with that said, y'all be good, beautiful black people. Know that I love y'all to life and I stand with you until death. Let's get this knowledge and go get free. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys back here later. Y'all have a good night. I'm Mechee X. This is Word on the Streets, and we out.